We are
Who
now.
the fuck is Quiznor?
We're
I don't
now
know who
live.
that is.
No, I don't know.
What a. Yes, Connor.
What an opening.
What an opening.
You know, if you puke on my shoes, you already said don't be offended, so I can't be.
Okay.
I can.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Swordplay Sorcery. We're playing Pathfinder tonight. It is the finale of this campaign. There is spit all over my pants.
Hey, yo.
What?
Gross.
I put my elbow down on my pants, and it's from. I can't repeat it.
Disgusting.
It's from when I had to walk up and I was spitting up my water.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah, that was funny.
I remember that. Yeah.
I looked over here, Jesus choking.
maybe later, Distal. Maybe we'll talk about it later.
Maybe later. All right, so we're just gonna go right into a recap, get this started, and award this magic item. But Distal, you redeemed award a magic item. You have to pick who the magic item goes to.
Ooh.
So you have to tell me who is
Yo.
getting this special award.
Oh. Caucus
Oh.
lame.
Leyland?
Le Bonkis.
Hold on, I can do that better.
Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
yeah, right there.
All right.
It's this.
All love.
Let me get my list up. Let's see what
Le
he's
bon.
getting this time.
Oh, I forgot my pen.
Ah, here it is.
You got time.
Do you need one? I have one. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, thank
No, I'll just
God.
use my iPad.
yeah.
Just use my iPad to take notes.
Oh.
Honey, out of focus.
Okay.
No, you are.
Come here.
Oh.
Come here.
Wait. Come on.
It doesn't want to.
There we go.
Connor gets to stay out of focus for the entire
It's
night.
my life, in all honesty.
That's his reward. His magic item is an unfocused
Magic item
camera.
is his cam fucking up.
All right. So
I will be blurry forever.
here's
Makes
the
it hard
magic
to find
item. You get tripline arrows.
Ooh.
Mm.
Arrows!
Do you have a bow, Connor?
I do. I have a hand crossbow.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Never used
Well, those use bolts, don't they?
These arrows unspool a line of wire as it flies at its targets. The wire animates as it hits a target and attempts to wrap around its legs before vanishing a moment later. If you can apply the bow's critical specialization effect, you can choose to knock the target prone instead of pinning the target. If you cannot apply the bow's critical specialization effect, you can instead attempt to use the arrow to trip with the athletics skill as if the bow had trip weapon trait.
Oh.
Not bad.
Cool.
I will send it to you just in case, Connor.
Thank you, because I was also
yeah.
doing it.
A hand crossbow does use bolts, not arrows.
Well, I guess I'm gonna be
Correct.
chunking them.
I just looked it up.
Alternatively, just give them to Ian, a
could.
notorious bow
100%.
user.
All right.
Or you can, I mean, the DM could make them bolts.
Yeah, they-
Bolts?
You could also just make them bolts.
I could. What's funnier though?
But he won't.
Man's already got a wand, but it was awarded to him, so we'll say it was bolts.
Yeah, but Distal chose,
Yeah,
yes.
it's bolts. It's bolts.
Yeah.
It just should be
Don't
bolts.
make them throw it.
But
Yeah,
I'm
make
gonna
him
get this
throw it.
out of the way real quick. You guys each get a hero point.
Make him
Start
throw
off.
it.
Oh,
We do?
I'm at the max.
Me too!
So
Oh
each
my.
of you get one hero
No.
point.
Make him throw it. Distal, please.
Well, Ian, that means you don't get one. You
Yeah,
should
I
be
know.
using them.
No.
All right.
Wasn't
I
it
was
Ian? Was that a reroll or a natural 20? I can't remember.
I did see a reroll
Reroll.
out there, Distal. Oh boy.
Reroll.
Oh yeah, and then somebody gets a reroll, but who gets the reroll?
I think we'll decide that when
I
someone
don't
goes
need
down.
it. Give it to Cole.
Give it
Yeah,
to-
Cole
Yeah,
deserves
I
it.
do have the
Thomas
worst
hates it.
roll luck.
That felt,
All right,
that
I'll
felt
just
targeted.
put that under hero point. Because I
Dang.
do
It's
admittedly.
Insolent shaken.
Best
Oh. Yeah, Cole can have it.
Best insult at Jake.
Yeah, he's
and
gonna win
wins.
that one.
All right.
I say I do admittedly have the worst rolls. Oh, hold on, I got a 14.
Best insult at
Stop!
me.
Stop it! Stop it! Save it, motherfucker! Please.
I'm testing the dice out. All right,
Don't
I got
test
a
the
9. Oh, well, 4.
I mean, you rolled pretty well last time, right?
Just,
Or
I
was
don't
that
think
the
they're
time
gonna do
before?
it. I don't think they want it.
A 2.
Jacob, I insult you all the time.
You gotta do it now.
Yeah, I know, but I just
I'm trying to think of
I feel like
something
I'm missing
that
a dice.
is appropriate that I can't.
Yeah, 10
Yeah,
seconds,
that's
and then
also
move
a
on to
fact.
the recap.
I can't
Yeah, let's move
insult
on.
Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to move on.
Yeah, move
My
on.
brain ain't churning right now. It'll come.
All right.
Jacob, please,
Okay.
for the love of God.
Okay. So, last session, the party in Kraelith went to the ruins outside of Kraelith's castle. You guys scouted the area and quickly found a hidden passage that opened up to tunnels underneath the ruins. You guys came across a series of different rooms, a hallway with lots of arrows shooting out the walls at you guys, a mysterious-looking treasure room that felt like a trap. There was a chamber of illusions where you guys fought or tried to dodge ghosts, but they were just light illusions. And then y'all came into a giant room where the mimic encounter happened.
Oof.
Eberil walked up to a table with a bunch of really valuable pieces of paper and documents, and they all came to life and said, "Rah, gotcha!"
Yeah, that was rough.
There was a battle. The party went in thinking it would be easy. They're not used to Pathfinder mimics.
Hang on, we did not think it was gonna be easy. You said there
No.
were 3 groups.
Hey, I said to run away. I was gonna run away.
Hey, into the room. There was
With
some
one
red-
on your arm still.
Yep, would have ran with it.
Hey, yeah, she's a trooper.
This is true. The party then successfully defeated a majority of the mimics. The remaining few ran away in fear. You guys took a moment to heal up, and you guys are moving on to the next room. As you guys are traveling through the hallways, if there's anything you need to say to one another or to Kraelith, or if you need to strategize anything, now is that time.
First things first, let's not go off the beaten path. If you see something, announce it, and then we will go from there.
I will not be
if you see something, you say
investigating
something.
anymore.
Yeah. We got a little bamboozled back there.
Yeah, that one was a little rough.
But we keep marching on. Watch your step. Don't touch anything.
Out of character, how does Hoagie look?
Hoagie has 1
His
hit point
HP
higher
at-
than me. 13.
Damn, Hoagie's
Did
about to die.
I can't remember
bro.
if I healed him last time or not.
You were healing yourself. I healed him. I know that.
I either healed you or I healed Hoagie, but I remember rolling for one of you.
You didn't
'Cause
roll for
I did
either
the
of us.
gnomes first, and then I did you guys.
You didn't heal for either of us. It was just you and Cole.
Then I'll
Connor
do
gave
it.
me a
I'll-
healing potion.
I'll do it
Yeah, I think
walking.
Connor forced a healing potion down my throat too while I was unconscious.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Okay, I'm gonna do some medicine for Hoagie. That's just DC 15, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Uh-oh.
7 plus 7 is 14.
Oh.
Tragic.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
that's sad.
does he take damage?
Oh wait, but
No, that's a critical failure.
Okay.
my healing kit gives a +1.
Ah,
Hey.
Plus one healing
it's a
kit.
perfect
So I get
so
15.
perfect 15.
Nice.
Okay. I was just like, dang, that
Clutch.
sucks, but actually okay.
Oh, he can't
Still
catch a
should
break.
No.
No, he cannot.
Oh man. So you take this these 10 minutes to kind of stop for a moment and just kind of patch up any wounds that are on Hoagie. He's got a few little holes in him for where mimics were biting on, but
Yeah.
you get those patched up and he's feeling pretty good.
Yeah, he got 16 hit points
Nice.
back.
Oh yeah. Fuck yes, the
Hey.
party stink is
Yeah.
back online.
Anything for the
Oh,
bear.
the tank.
Party tank.
The tank.
Yeah, that's base 4, right?
No. Extra damage to be sure.
I thought that's the whole reason he was here.
Like a meat
Cool
shield.
at this rate, Tompus is the only tank.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, Tompus is a tank with an AC of 20, which sounds good until I get hit by fucking everything.
I mean, homie, I have AC of 22, dog. Like, yeah,
I have an
know.
AC of 16, so you guys should just, be grateful.
You also have the biggest health pool out of everybody.
Yeah, but I have 2 things that can get hit. I have me and David.
It's at
Okay,
this
should I-
moment that
Should I
Jameer
heal you too?
and Leland,
Up to you.
you guys notice in this vast open room that some of the shadows appear to be moving.
Oh boy. Just gonna announce that just to the group. Just be like, everyone be on the lookout. There's something in the dark.
Well, how can we look if there's something in the dark? Sorry.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Connor.
Uh,
Very helpful.
I mean, okay.
What is that, like a perception check? Is that what I would use to?
Oh, you and Eberol and Kralith failed.
You don't see it.
Oh,
This
okay.
is-
Even
Yeah.
after Connor points it out.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
oh.
I don't see nothing,
Yeah,
I
I
just
don't.
see
I don't see what
cave.
you're talking about.
but I trust
They're,
you.
they're on the walls. They're on the goddamn wall.
It's the yellow
The
wallpaper.
walls.
God. Does anybody have dark vision? I know I got low light.
Nah.
No, I think everyone has
David's
all
got
have
dark
low light.
vision, but
No,
David, I
he-
dismissed David.
Yeah, he's saying it. He's saying it first. No, he has low like 2. Oh
Oh, should I pull out David? Oh.
no,
I
absolutely
feel
Okay.
like we should continue
banana.
to just push forward.
Continue
Yeah, so just keep
cautiously.
on moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just but is there like a?
Can I scout ahead a
I'm
little
looking
bit,
at the actions.
Jacob?
What's that? Could you scout
Can I
ahead?
scout ahead? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I think that is an action. Let me find it real
It
quick.
is. You scout
Yes.
ahead and behind the
It
group
is,
to
in
watch
fact, an
danger, moving at half speed.
What would be
Yeah.
your modifier
Start
for
at the
that?
next encounter.
Is just an or it's a basic action, I think it is. Or it's exploration. So
Yeah, it's
I'm
on
not-
the exploration actions.
which
Let's see what scout falls under. Okay. Let's see what you get.
I think it's a +1 for initiative rolls for like circumstances now. For everybody.
Yeah, a +1 circumstance bonus to their initiative rolls.
You begin to step forward. I assume bow ready at the string.
Mm-hmm.
How far out do you intend to scout before returning back to the party?
That's a good question. Maybe about like what's my speed? What's my speed?
25, right?
Speed. No, I think it went up a little. If I can find it, I'll tell you.
Togi coming with you, or is he
Oh
staying
God,
with
no,
us?
he's staying there.
Oh, okay.
You don't bring the bear with you
Just
to
wondering.
scout, Ian?
No, absolutely not. There it is. My speed is 30.
Oh,
My
damn.
speed is 30.
So you go about 30 feet?
Well, yeah, practically.
Okay. You go out and you keep getting glimpses of movement, but anytime you start looking in that direction, everything is still.
Mm-hmm.
Something moves in the corner of your eye. You dart your head. Bow goes back. Nothing. 10 feet out. Each step starts to feel a little heavier. 20 feet out.
Interesting.
Breathing is 30 feet out. This bow is really heavy and it's getting really, really hot.
Now, question.
I need you to make a will save.
Okay, yeah. So, is the is our beats still lighting up and whatnot? You know, like from like the last session.
Yes.
Where it is.
Yep.
Okay. You said a will save.
Will save.
Ooh, that's a nat 20
Hey.
There you
or
go.
a 29.
Hey, very
Deal.
nice.
You take a second to kind of shake it off, and as you do, you catch glimpses of shadows falling off of you, and you feel all of your strength coming back to you.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
Question: if I make my way back to tell them, do I have to do another will save?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, they're like what, 30 feet away?
They're 30 feet away.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna. Should I shout back? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna shout.
Okay.
Huh? Yeah, I'm just shout back like, hey, be careful of the shadows. Be really careful of the shadows. They drain your energy.
Oh. Alright.
I mean, I don't know how else to explain it now. But
So
other
it's
than
like-
that,
They're not attacking you, but they're just like draining you.
yeah, essentially, like you just have to steel yourself. You know, don't be like if you feel like if everything's getting heavy, shake it off as best as I can explain it.
Alright.
Mm,
Yeah, I guess we would. I don't know. Tompus would start moving. How big is this room, Jakin?
You're in like a giant like cavern system at the moment, and
Oh,
you're on like a
okay.
path trying to get to the other side, which is pretty far off.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess. I mean, Tompus would just start moving. I guess. I mean, he'd be holding his torch out so he can see. But other than that, he would just be moving.
Definitely pushing forward with light is,
Yeah.
I feel like the
Hoping-
way to go.
Tompus would hoping maybe that the light would help drive the shadows away. I don't know. To me, that makes sense.
Stomping really hard.
Yeah, you know, like, all the things
Scare
we
the
do to
shadows.
keep the bear away, I'm keeping the
And
or
then
wolves.
the marching order for this, we know we have Jameer in the very front.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Tompus to be next.
Okay, Tompus,
I'll be third.
Leland.
I guess Ebra will be last then. Well, where's Hoagie?
Yeah, Hogan's
Oh,
probably
and,
gonna be behind
Krayliff-
With us.
like the last person in the group besides
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Krayliff. I think Krayliff will be last. Putting his ass in the back.
I forgot
Yeah.
he was here. I'll be honest.
Okay, so Hoagie and I will be together.
Krayliff. Okay.
Krayliff saved
Krayliff.
us last time.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
You say
I'm not
first,
arguing that.
You were
I'm
just
just saying I
evil.
forgot he was here.
You
legitimately.
you guys begin the trek forward. I need everybody except for Jameer, including Hoagie and Krayliff, to make will saves.
Ah, damn. I was hoping the light would help.
Okay.
Alright, I got
Roll.
a +7 to this.
That's my boy.
Jagan, I got a 21.
21,
Yeah,
Oh, you got a 24.
24,
very nice.
Oh no.
Leland and
17.
Amber, 17. Okay.
I got a 12.
Ooh.
Oh no.
As you guys begin the march forward, torches held out, carefully making sure to stay only in the light. Some of you steer on the edge just a little bit. But even when not touching the shadows, you feel a sense of energy starting to drain from you. Eberl,
Mm.
Leland,
Oh,
Krayliff,
boy.
each step is getting heavier and heavier. Your breathing really starts to slow down. And all of your gear, all of your kit, it's really, really starting to
I can't
drag.
do anything.
Your movement speed has been reduced by half. You
Oh
have
god.
disadvantage on anything that requires strength modifiers. And your constitution is not affected as of now.
As
Oh.
of now.
Okay, cool.
Would that be a condition that we can add? Let's see.
I don't
I'm looking
have
through
it
them
as
now.
one, but let me double check that one doesn't apply.
Is it fatigued?
That's not
It sounds
quite
like
no.
fatigued.
It's
Not
down. It's
fatigue.
the closest to it, though. I think.
Fatigued gives you a -1 to your AC, and
AC.
saving throws.
Thickened, slowed. Jeez, there's so many.
There's a
Uh,
lot of them.
No, it's not gonna be any of these.
Oh,
Okay.
it's a custom.
Just-
Oh.
Let me just write it down.
Okay, well, Everill's gonna take out her never-ending flask. She's just gonna down some. She's gonna
That's a healthy
down
way to
some-
deal with this problem.
pound back some, what is it, like unicorn's nectar. She's gonna pound back some unicorn's nectar, and just like, wow,
gonna
there's
make
something
a-
about this cave. It's just
I'm gonna make a roll
awful.
for that real quick.
Uh-oh.
All right,
It sounds like Monster Hunter music a little bit.
you
Those
guys
little.
move forward.
Yeah.
Jameer, you catch a glimpse of something. Except this time, this shadow isn't coming from the ground behind a rock or piece of debris or old mining equipment. You catch a glimpse of something flying high above you. Whatever it was, very long body, pointed front, and very sharp looking wings.
It's a dragon.
Okay.
It's David.
It's Nindith, actually. Nindith is here.
It's a dragon.
I'm gonna just alert everybody that hey, there's something flying around, so be careful and stay together.
Oh, all right. Wonderful.
Let's not try to be a hero here and whatnot. But and I guess I'll just we move as a group, essentially.
Yeah, can we just do we obviously we wouldn't notice anything after he points that out, but as Tompus moves, can I be moving under the search condition?
Search condition.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
Particularly here, concealed hazards and stuff like that.
Search condition?
Search action, sorry. It's under exploration. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
Have they been looking?
"Aw."
There's a search condition?
I was like,
I
wait,
know I can read.
I didn't read this
Well,
part.
there's a stupefied condition. That's funny. Sorry.
That one's pretty great. The search
Yeah.
condition. Let me get that up.
Search action.
Yeah, the search action.
It's action. He's got to be
Under
saying
exploration. It's a concentrate thing.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say yes, you can.
Okay. Yeah, just to be on the lookout for anything bad in nature. Or anything that stands out, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna rule it.
Alrighty.
Seek meticulously for hidden doors, concealed hazards, and so on.
I have a +5 to perception.
A little further up in the walk, Tompus, you catch, looking up and around, a pair of red, beady eyes looking down at you. And you just see this figure slowly rise, get their giant wingspan out, perch off, and fly over to a different ridge. And they sit there on the edge, watching the party. And you guys hear echoing through the chamber.
Jesus. I'm gonna say out loud. I'm gonna say, well, there's something watching and following us. I saw him go from one ridge to the other, and I'll point him out with my hands.
The music makes me think that he's just a silly, goofy guy.
That's gonna
You know?
kill us.
He's just
Like,
saying-
it's not anything bad. He's just a silly, goofy
Am I
guy.
echoing?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
No. Okay. I unmuted Discord so I could hear the music. Sorry.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be like, so, just be on the lookout for that, I guess.
Oh,
as
yeah,
we
that
continue to
music.
move.
Yeah,
That's why I was like, the music sounds so nice,
There
and
you
then I
go.
just hear.
He's just a silly, goofy guy. He's like
Silly,
a
goofy
chord
guy.
gesture.
Let's
Okay,
see.
this is somber.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. Building the mood.
Oh,
I
we're all
guess-
gonna die.
Yeah, I guess we continue on, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing else we can do. Unless
Um,
any of y'all got answers to this. I don't.
No, I
No,
really
I'm
don't.
tempted to pull out David, but I don't know if I should risk it.
no.
Yeah.
What's your health at?
19.
No.
No.
That's just a quicker death. Absolutely not. I'm looking at the actions. There's really nothing that we can do since he's already noticed us, and there's a torch.
Yeah.
So best bet is just to keep it moving, but to keep on guard.
Alright.
And
Can I cast dancing lights so that I can see better?
Yeah. What kind of shape would you like your dancing lights to take?
Oh, I forget how I described them early on. I'll just say
like
that they're
fairy
like,
string lights, you know.
fairy lights. But no, they're just kind of like giant blue
make 'em glow
orbs.
sticks. Make 'em glow sticks.
And
Like a
she
little
just
baby.
kind of like danced them out towards the laughing guy.
Okay.
The being.
As your dancing lights move up into the stalactites, this creature glides over to a different edge, laughing, echoing through the chamber. Jameer and Tompus, you guys notice a little pebble land right by you guys. And you see a rune light up. Dexterity.
Oh,
40
crap, I was gonna say, I dive
Oh, it's like
reflex.
a bomb.
Reflex
Sorry,
save?
reflex. Yep.
Reflex save.
It's like a
Just a
grenade.
dexterity.
Dropped a fucking
Dex check.
bomb on us.
Dex saving throw.
I got a 19.
I got a 29.
Pass.
Damn.
I need it from everyone else too.
Oh,
okay.
what?
I thought you just said them.
You did
They-
just
I
say
know.
that.
They're the ones
too.
that notice it, but
Yeah.
Oh,
I also
Reflex?
I got a 19.
pass.
Oh, thank God.
Krayla
oh
fails
God.
Oh,
23.
No,
for Hoagie.
23 for Hoagie, yeah.
Okay, Ebril,
I got a 15.
fail.
Not bad.
oh no.
Hey,
Oh,
it
no.
could have been a critical fail. Could have been a critical fail.
Oh, hold on. Sean the Hut redeemed a reroll.
Oh, everyone gets a
Ooh.
reroll.
Oh my God.
there's still-
Reroll, make it count. Make
There's
it
still
count,
a
man.
floating reroll from earlier.
There
Oh,
you
yeah.
go. They still also had a reroll. Damn, I could have used that.
Oh God. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
was it
John.
worse?
No, what's the new result?
I rolled a 5.
Hold on,
Critical of an
hold on.
11.
The reroll was on cooldown. I was about to redeem it again.
Oh no.
But wait,
That
there's
was
still a free
worse.
reroll from
That's-
this, though.
That's
Oh,
a
that
critical
was
Use the
worse.
fail.
floating one. Use the floating one. Use the floating one.
Should I use one of my hero points or should I save them?
There's also
We
a
have
floating
we have
one.
There's also the floating one.
Yeah,
from
there's also the
Discord
floating
there.
one.
Yeah, who claimed that?
No one's
No
claimed
one.
No
it.
one.
You
Oh.
haven't claimed it yet.
Use it. Survive.
Yeah, use it.
Right now you're on
Okay,
a critical
okay.
fail.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use it. As for the party, I'll use it. God. Oh, ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
oh.
I have to go back to Path Builder. 19.
Pass.
Hey, there we go.
Okay.
You got the jitters.
Okay.
That's what we like to see.
Just shaking.
Everyone is going to take 3 points of fire damage.
Hey,
Okay.
Kraylith
not bad.
is blown back,
Oh God.
and he flies, breaking through the skeleton, boom, into a stalagmite, falls to the ground, and is like struggling to like get on his staff to like pull
Tompus
himself
will
up.
go over and see if he's okay.
Tompus,
Like, help him up a little. Yeah.
as you go and help him up, and you kind of pull him up, you see cracked in the helmet an eye look up at you, and it seems damaged, and it seems broken. And you've seen this eye before.
Oh,
In fact,
broken.
you've seen this eye back with the others. This is Leland.
What?
What?
You motherfucker. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
I'm gonna be like, I'm turning to look and I'm like, Leland?
He immediately like shakes his arm off, like declining your help, and gets up himself with the staff. And he picks up a piece of the metal, putting it back onto his helmet, and casts a mending spell.
Connor's face.
Oh,
Oh my
What?
God.
what?
Man, you got some issues to sort out, dog.
So,
Okay, so I guess the romance between them, is that really just narcissism?
Masturbation,
absolutely.
really.
they're just gonna fuck.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird. But, I'm gonna be like, wait. I'm like, you're Leland's, but just an older version of Leland?
Jesus.
We need to move
What?
forward. This creature will attack again.
Yeah. Yeah, we can figure this out later. Thomas will go back. But Thomas is gonna be muttering something about paradoxes and what's gonna happen whenever they both go back to the both go back.
You guys begin the trek forward, and y'all hear echoing through the chamber. Stop where you are. Leland, Jameer, you guys very much recognize who this is. This figure lands 60
It's Terry
feet
Dactyl!
in front of you guys,
I knew it.
wearing
It's P. Terry!
like dark blue, like torn clothes, has a little bit of a satchel next to them, and are holding 2 metallic rocks with runes in either wing. And he's looking at you guys. Not another step forward.
Is that like a trap? Or something dangerous? Or how you doing? It's been a while.
I have no
Wait,
quarrel with you, Jameer.
Okay. However, there's more to this.
Turn back
What about
now.
me?
Oh, I have no quarrel with you either.
It's a second thought, dog.
Wait, turn back. This is the only way we can.
What about me?
I don't know who you are.
I don't know who you are.
But I said that
How do you
first.
know them?
Stop!
How do you
Hey,
guys know
stop!
that?
Turn back now, or you will have to perish.
Okay, so why are we going to perish? This is the only way that we know if to go home.
This is the only way home.
Yeah.
This is the
I
way to
am the
life.
sworn protector of these ruins, and you bring in evil with you down here.
Monkey's just a
The
The
bear.
guy in the armor?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
crazy
yeah.
guy? We don't have to know anything about him. He can stay
Who the
here.
hell do I listen to?
Let's say,
It's just a
I
bear,
know
dog. Like, what are you
that.
talking about?
Turn back now, or alternatively, give me him. And he points at Kraylith.
All right, yeah, you can take him. I was told this is how we get back. I gotta pay my rent. I mean, my landlord's gonna kick me out if we don't get back soon.
why do you want Kraylith so bad?
You have not seen the things he's done to our world.
Well, enlighten me.
Like global warming? Or pretty hot outside.
Is he the reason it's so hot?
Keep joking all you want. He clicks both of the runes.
Oh god.
It's a fucking
Wait,
Wait, I said you can take him.
Yeah.
I said you can take him.
Okay, wait. So what has he done? Like, no jokes aside. Like, all jokes aside.
Yeah.
What has he done?
He brought
Kralis
upon
is-
our world a war. A very long, dusty war.
I turn back to Kralis. Like, is this true, Kralis? Like, you want to fact check this man, or?
Turning back to look at Kralis, he's standing straighter than ever, white knuckling this staff, and there is a dark arcana pulsating from it.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
That gonna hurt. I'm gonna just.
Be an
I'm gonna-
amicable way.
I'm gonna step back from both of them, essentially. I'm gonna
Yeah,
just.
Everill's
I just
also
wanna,
just
like,
gonna step
move
out
away.
to the
clear the
side.
path.
Like, I have
Yeah.
nothing to do with either of these people. I just want to go back home.
So
I
all of you
will die
step
today.
away and part a path between them.
Yeah, essentially, it's like.
It will
It's
be
like one of
what's-
those
yeah,
gun
but, like, what's
gun down
going on?
showdowns.
Terry looks at both sides of the aisle, gives off a bow. Thank you very much. That wasn't very hard.
Well,
Throws both of the rune rocks at
Oh, I was
Kralis.
gonna ask the question. real fast.
Kralis extends the staff forward, and both of these things, and Terry is frozen, and he takes
Like a
his staff,
Force Awakens ass.
and you see both of them fly back at Terry. Terry unfreezes. Terry
He
is
has
no
time
more.
powers.
I'd say he just
Pray
used
with
the
us.
time stone. That's all that was.
God, this is you.
I'll be like, Kralis,
I don't know that.
what's going on?
Kralis steps forward, and he starts to approach Leland.
Not gonna hug or something?
And as he's approaching, he
Y'all
reaches
gonna
out
kiss?
from behind his cape and pulls out an obsidian dagger and continues the
Oh.
march towards Leland.
Oh,
He's
can I
10
just
feet
try-
away.
This is
5
fucking
feet
Can I
dumb.
try
away.
and grab Kralis' arm? I grapple Kralis.
Go for it.
Oh,
All right.
This is a big man.
Let's see your strength
Alright, so-
roll.
I make an acrobatics check against your fortitude DC. An athletics check. Sorry, an athletics check. I got a 26.
ooh.
All right, and it's against my what?
Your fortitude DC?
Okay. 31.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck, I
dang.
can't get it. The highest I can get is a 20
You
a 20
you
28.
try you attempt to grab him, and he
27.
pushes you off the side.
He doesn't want your help.
And Leland,
Kralis, what's going on?
he takes this dagger and slices up your chest, Leland, dealing 4 points of slashing damage, and the blood flies out, and his staff comes out. He holds it out sideways and is shaking, and the blood slowly starts to float back and begins a link between you and Kralis.
What?
It connects.
Huh?
It
The
entangles
blood
both of you before
Leland really is the
dissipating.
main character.
And he walks over to you, Leland. You die. I die. I die. You die.
Oh,
He turns back to the other three.
4.
4.
Oh, I thought you called him a whore. I didn't hear you say 4. I thought you called him
He turns back to the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Only one of us can get through this portal.
like on all of us, or just want to
Or between you and
you and
the other
Leland?
Leland.
Between myself and Leland.
Is
Alright.
this a good time to ask what happened? Why there's 2 Lelands now?
And I hear this, I'm just like, what?
What?
There's 2 of them?
Gee, what? There's only one of
What are you
him.
talking about?
One is
Oh.
just enough.
Kralis
They
holds
just
up
did a
his
blood
glove.
thing,
Help.
so now they're kind of together.
He takes off his glove to reveals the same ring Leland is wearing.
Yeah,
Doesn't
but when I
matter.
picked him up, he had the same eyes as Leland does over there.
Ooh.
Well, it can't be Leyland. Maybe he's like a twin.
Leland, do you trust me?
I don't know. Or what? Who
Do I trust
are
myself?
who are we?
Why is come on?
I know the power that you're longing for in this very moment. If you want to achieve this, you must stay behind.
I cast detect magic on him.
Discreetly?
No, she does it pretty obviously. She just does it. She's just like, what's up with this guy?
So you're just out in the open, just.
It's somatic and verbal. I mean, yeah, she's standing right next to him.
What the Leland doing? Leland doing?
Hey, what the Leland doing?
Like, yo, what's up with this guy?
Let's
You
see.
send out a pulse that registers the presence of magic. You detect illusion magic only if that magic's effect is a lower level than your detect magic spell.
Oh, what level are you
However,
casting
items that have an illusion aura but aren't deceptive in appearance, such as a potion, typically are detected normally. I guess it's just a cantrip, so it says heighten level 2.
Okay. You understand that the ring he is wearing, aka the one that Leland is also wearing, contains draconic multiversal fragment properties. These rings come from a land between realms. They come from the land of the dragons, the creators of this universe. This is made of a very, very, very rare draconic metal. It's only made from the finest scales, aka a Bahamut, a Tiamat, or some other draconic lord.
What? How do you get that ring? Where did you get that ring? Why do you both have this ring? Are you dragons?
You have to tell me they're dragons.
I just
legally.
want to like look past Krayla for a second, just be like, "What? No," and then back to Krayla. And just, am I able to see if like any ounce of like lying from him at all, or from me, I guess. But
You want to sense motive?
yeah,
Alright. Let's see, what would your modifier be with that?
let me see. Sense motive is
Sense motive.
to your deception DC.
Deception.
A perception check against deception, so it'd be a +7.
+7?
For me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take a moment to examine with this newfound knowledge that this might be some variation of yourself. You process the mannerisms, the way he's moving, the way he breathes, the way that he's examining everybody else in the room. You're pretty certain most of, if not everything, that's coming out of his mouth so far has been the truth.
Rough.
You are a Kang, essentially. You are a fucking Kang.
You're about to get King the Conquered.
For real. I just like Leland at this point is like almost dumbfounded, and he's just gonna be like, Kraylith, me, what happened? Why are you here? And did the timeline get split into different pieces when, like, did we phase and split, and what? I don't understand what's going on. I thought I just got
Years.
sent back.
Years I've been searching. And we did. We have been removed from our time. I was moved forward. You moved backwards. You and I, we are the same. We can merge once more, but I need you to succeed. I need you to be powerful. I need you to stay behind.
Jimmy's gonna be like shaking his head at like behind her, like just absolutely not.
This guy sounds pretty evil.
What's here? Why?
Untapped potential. Raw arcana. There are mysteries of this universe that you have yet to see. Do it for us. Help me save this world.
Do it for the ride.
You broke what I was about to say, and I
Last
completely
campaign
lost it.
vibes.
For real. Oh no, Leela, no.
Fucking Bane vibes for real.
Evil
There's
god.
going to be this
Yeah,
this,
for real.
this pause, and the potential doesn't come from being trapped. Potential comes from exploring. That's how you grow talent. That's how you grow strength. You might have went forward in time, but I came back. So it's my chance now.
He stands tall, and his hand that was slowly starting to extend out retracts. And he leans tall with his staff in his hand, gripping it tighter than ever. Let me lay it out for you then. I don't need you. I would very much like for us to be whole. I can walk out of here with your friends, or I can wipe them all on the floor right now and leave by myself. Do you want their blood on your hands?
Then why not merge now? What's really holding you back? What's really holding me back? Us.
You're not powerful enough. I need you to succeed, to grow in power. If we become one, you die.
This is just straight up like fusion. Fusion dude. And I'm like, it's just Dragon Ball, man. It's Piccolo fusing with Kami.
A bridge version.
Abridged version. Definitely the better version. Oh god. I just now staring down Kraylith after like looking back at the group and just now looking back again. Just fine. Let's keep moving then.
Lead the way, Ranger.
Okay, well, there's some familial drama going on. We'll figure that out when we get there.
What the fuck?
All right. I guess I'll lead the way.
Okay.
Can I get that torch?
What's that?
Sure, yeah. I'll give him one of my torches and I'll light one of my other ones.
All right.
It's fair.
Because I got 5.
You all begin the trek forward, moving
Yeah.
further into the caverns, passing through the next passageway.
Damn, rest in peace, P. Terry, huh?
R.I.P. P. Terry. and we will mourn
You tried
him during this break, which we are now going to be taking.
Woo!
We'll be
I
back
have to say-
in 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. And we're back. Hello, Marcy. Wait, why is Jake and God? What?
That's a whole thing you missed.
That
It was going off in the chat.
this
Yeah,
is
it's
a
at this point
whole
not
thing.
worthy trying to get into it.
Hi, Marcy.
Marcy!
Marcy in the house.
Mar.
All right. So, you guys are continuing this trek. Kralith is still walking in the back, very, very back. He's not changing his position at all. Is there anything you guys would like to accomplish before getting to your next destination?
I'm gonna roll my Searing Restoration.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I'll just...
regain 8 hit points, and
Nice.
then I gotta roll to see if it breaks.
Don't break.
Okay. How many healing potions?
Woo! I can use it again when I want to. Cool.
I have
What?
1 left, and I might use it on myself.
Okay. Can someone heal me, please? Because I'm at 9.
I don't got a.
I can.
I don't got a healing. Wait, isn't he immune for an hour to the healing?
I think it's
From
heal.
you?
I
That's
think
Oh,
it's
cool.
she
heal.
didn't heal you?
Oh.
Oh,
I healed Hogan.
I healed for the-
I didn't have time to heal him.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
Oh, I rolled a dirty 20
Very
for my
nice.
medicine
Hey.
check.
Yes.
It was-
So it's gonna be 5 plus. Oh wait, no, you don't get the 5. I think that's only me. Sorry, forgot this healing. I know.
Dang, that felt dirty.
I know. So that's only 6.
Everyone drink.
6. Hey, wait. Where's my beer? I need my beer.
I command thee. Hydrate.
Dang, that's a tall one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're drinking a tall boy.
I would like to drink my healing potion that I have, and while I'm doing that, I want to look at Cray with me, and
Kralith.
is he still like hobbling around, like still like weak looking?
Yes.
Okay, so he's definitely still he can still stand up for himself, but he's definitely like
Well, he's
he's getting weaker.
He's getting
He's
a
getting
little
weaker
weaker.
by the day. Okay.
I'm immune for that for the rest of the day or for an hour?
I think it's for an hour.
I have to roll a d8.
Yeah, it's 1 hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Battle medicine is a day.
That's what it was. Okay.
Mm.
His battle medicine is in combat thingy.
Yeah.
Rolling
Only in
a
combat?
d8.
I mean, you could do it outside of combat, but I don't know why you would.
You had a 6 for what?
For drinking a healing potion.
Okay.
So 6 HP restored.
Nice. What you're at now.
Nice.
1 for max. So 29.
Oh. Damn.
Sean?
Bye, Sean.
See you, Sean.
Adios, Sean. Thank you for the reroll.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
It came in clutch.
Sorry, I squandered it.
All right. So as you guys begin to walk forward into this tunnel, it starts becoming less and less of a tunnel and more of a carved out brick-laid structure. So you're on man-made stone flooring, cobblestone walls, and
Can I do the search action?
yeah.
Just search for traps is all I'm looking for.
Smart man.
That's smart. Yeah, smart. True ranger right there.
Yeah, true ranger things.
Jameer,
Yes,
you
sir.
get the immediate sense to stop because right at your height level, you see the very faintest spider web that goes from one wall to the other. And you follow it, and you can see this is clearly a trap. This is a very, very thin tripwire.
Ooh,
Oh
okay.
my gosh,
I'm
good.
just
So
sorry,
smart.
just like,
Yeah.
whoa,
Oh.
there is a trap here. Very, very thin wire. Pretty well made.
Hmm.
Almost didn't see it. So you give me a minute to figure out what we're going to do here moving forward. Okay. He says to the other side of the wall, Jacob.
Yeah, it goes from one end to the other.
And how big is it? How big is the
20
one
feet.
into the other? 20. Oh fuck, man. Oh. There's no way to disarm it, and
Dang.
it's my height level.
Is anyone trained in thievery to disable the
No.
device?
I am.
You can use
Oh,
the. You can use.
You could
the,
roll it. You could try to roll
disable
for it. then.
device thing. Yeah.
Yeah, disable a device. It's under thievery.
Yeah, I could, but I'm not sure how this. You know, it's not like it's a 20-foot wide fucking wire.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It just says your thievery check result determines how much progress you make at.
Yeah. It says
So I guess the
allows-
GM decides the
Yeah, it
ranking
allows you
and
to
all that.
disarm a trap or another complex device.
If you would like to attempt it, you're more than welcome to. I'll tell you what the DC
It requires thieves' tools, but I would assume you have those.
I can check my bag. I mean,
is. Oh, true.
that's just,
I got artisan's tools.
no.
I only have the medicine kit.
I don't have the tools. And whatnot.
Dang. Well, it's at your height, right?
Yeah.
At like head level.
Is it like head level checking or like a
Yep.
forehead level? Like,
Why don't we all just go underneath it
oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we
and go
could.
prone?
We could.
Oh yeah, we just crawl.
We could.
I was like, why don't we just? Yeah. Yeah.
We
Let's
could-
just
Ooh, we could
also
play-
go after that,
Prone.
if I'm
We could play
Pretty
what is
slow.
the one where you have to bend over?
Limbo.
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 You mean lean back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Tompus will like, get down and crawl through, like army crawl.
Yeah, Leland will definitely have to do that as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody just armor crawl. I don't care if you're
Yeah, just
short.
Yeah.
Everyone just. Jimmy,
Yeah,
but
just
take
in
your
case.
time. Take your time.
Leland walks, or Kraylith, Leland. Kraylith.
They're the same.
He walks up,
Crazy.
evil Leland.
just ducks under and comes out on the other side.
Alright,
And Hoagie just kind of rolls underneath.
that's my boy.
He like lays down,
My boy.
rolls over.
Alright.
Can we Can I also, now that we've seen that one trap, also be vigilant with Jameer and looking for traps?
Yeah, if you guys all want to take the seek action, we can. What I'll
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'll do
absolutely.
in that case is for every person who joins in on this, the DC is going to be lowered by that much.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I joined in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially after that was pointed out and how I could barely see the tripwire. So
So
Yeah.
didn't see it at all.
You guys have lowered it by 3 levels worth of DC.
Very nice.
Okay. You start to come up on a corner, and there's a very faint light, very purple hue, kind of shining bright and then dimming. And as y'all turn the corner, y'all see this giant circular room. This room is adorned with intricate runes and ancient sigils. Everywhere. It's on the walls, it's on every tile on the floor, and it's on the pedestal. In the very center of the room, there's this little I'm blanking on the word.
Orb?
Shrine.
Yeah, shrine. Basically a shrine.
Mhm.
And behind it, you see this structure. Tompus, you have seen this thing before. You would recognize
Oh.
this as portals that would go to other realms and domains.
Oh, it's like the spring. It's the well spring thingy.
Would we
It's exactly
recognize any of the runes?
Oh.
Would y'all recognize
Would any of us?
Who else trying to figure it out?
I guess,
Eberl is interested in the runes.
Okay.
I guess me.
At a
'cause-
distance, obviously.
only because of the outside, I assume it's something similar to it.
Yeah.
Mainly the draconic. That's like the main
Spawn
thing she's
here. It's
looking
like,
at.
oh, I know some of these drawings.
No
Yeah.
one recognizes what these runes
Mm.
translate to.
Dang.
Okay, cool.
In the center of the room is a raised dais, and it holds a majestic portal structure, as you saw. and it's shimmering with arcane energy. You guys feel your attention drawn to this. All of you feel a pull. You feel warm, you feel fulfilled, and there's a little bit of peace. And it is telling you, you want to enter this room. What do y'all do?
Before we go in, Tom, I'll say I recognize that portal. I've used these before. They're pretty simple to use.
I'm going to use the search action again to see if I...
Okay.
It feels a little too easy. Too easy.
A little too easy.
A little too easy.
You take a moment to think. You get down on the ground, you observe the floor, the crevices, the dust, and you start to pick up on a few things. You blink and you notice... Hold on, I have to hydrate.
Oh shit, alright, I'll do it again.
Everyone drink.
I feel like that was intentional.
That was disgusting, Jacob. Thank you.
That kind of choked me a little bit.
Good.
Never mind.
You gonna say he's used to it? Never mind.
Guys, please help. You notice that the runes on the floor in particular, Jameer, they change. They happen at such a slow rate that you almost didn't notice at first.
Mm-hmm.
But after a certain period of time, they all seem to shift. You're unable to pick up on if there's a pattern or any kind of methodology to this, but something is happening with the runes on the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna release the part like, hey, let's not enter the room just yet. There's writing, I assume writing on the floor. So I can't discern if there's a pattern now. I can't even read this if these aren't words. And I don't trust that. I want to go home, don't get me wrong, but I want to be able to live, to see Aderon again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Everil turns to Kraylith and asks, Is this the room to go home, or do we have somewhere else to go?
It's a trap.
I believe this is the room. I'm unfamiliar with how it works or what traps may lie in here, but from the legends I've heard,
So there could be
this
traps?
is it.
I've used portals like this before, and they always look like this.
They always have traps
Where's
in
the
them?
floor?
I mean, I don't know if there's traps, though. The way I always saw them is you put on a ring, you'd be transported to this other portal world, almost, and there are these, like, separate pools you could enter.
Jacob.
Well,
Right, Jagan? That's how they
since
work?
you
Yeah?
since
Okay.
you already know how to use them, how didn't you use it first?
Wait, I'm gonna stop him before he does anything. It's like, hang
I mean,
on.
Tompus didn't move.
Yeah.
Tompus didn't move.
Is it like a rock or like a pebble on the ground anyway?
There is.
I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna just make sure everyone's at
The room begins to shake.
Before we enter the room, I want to see if they just throw like a pebble in there, see if anything triggers off.
Okay. You toss it and it goes click, clack, click. And you see the tile that it lands on slowly start to sink. And you hear it all around you. And all of you from within the walls, you guys can hear basically the sound of machinery working inside the walls. And you hear it in the hall that you're in and in the room that you have yet to enter. A malevolent energy begins to float out of the pedestal down and starts to sweep onto the floor. And the floor is now covered. You can see the glowing essence of the runes, but there's like a layer of fog just over it.
So let's not touch that fog.
Well, yeah. No
Yeah.
shit. The only thing is
The arrows! Out of character. The arrows! We shoot them under the ceiling, and we can create a guide wire.
Okay.
Out of
Okay.
character. Sorry. I was looking at the stuff I have, and I was like, the arrows!
The arrows!
The arrows!
Thomas just starts screaming.
Where are the arrows?
Just shaking him violently.
Yeah.
Looking up at him, shaking his knees.
Just violent.
Where the fuck are the arrows?
Just grabbing him by the belt loops.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Tompus, since he doesn't know about the arrows, he'll say, yeah, we probably shouldn't use the floor. I could use my grapple gun and try and use some rope and try and set something up so we can essentially drop into the portal.
Hey,
I
quick
have a
question,
grapple
though.
gun too if I need to use it.
I do have a quick question though. What are you gonna do about him? And I'll point it over at Hoagie. And when he's a bit heavier than everyone here.
Oh no.
Isn't he like a tightrope whopping bear?
Not that I know. I mean, he's nimble, but I don't know if he's that nimble. We
I
never
thought
really
you were a
tightrope.
circus group.
So,
No.
Is there anything else on the,
Is there anything else, like where?
hold on.
Okay.
What weird question. What color is this energy?
It's purple.
Purple? Purple means evil.
Purple's always evil.
I have an
Purple,
idea. and
purple
it
are
sounds
astral dragons
kinda
too,
dumb.
and they're nice.
I'm gonna take my rations out, and then like the meat portions of the rations, I'm just testing a theory. I'm gonna throw into the mist. I want to see if anything happens to the meat.
You want to throw or dip into the mist because you won't be able to see it. I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah, like I put it near like the edge of the mist, so I can still see it, but I want to see what happens.
You toss out a few meat pieces, and one by
Yeah.
one they kind of shoot through, and there's like a little bit of a separation for a moment as they go through the fog. And 2 times you hear a crack, and you hear the sound of something falling.
Okay, yeah, let's definitely not step in this mist. I don't.
Yeah.
It's like
okay.
Yeah,
it'll petrify you. It almost seems like.
yeah. Is
Yeah.
the podium where all this came out with also covered in fog?
Not anymore. So initially it was coming out from that point, but it's all kind of
Yeah.
It's all exited that thing.
So is this podium kind of raised up, and then all the mist kind of settled on the lower area?
Yeah, so you're in a circle room, and there's like circular steps, like 1, 2, 3, and then there's the podium right here.
Okay,
And
but the
then-
podium would be safe to like stand on, per se.
Yeah, you could stand on top of it. You'd be a little
Okay.
taller than the portal at that point, because it's like
Yeah.
the circular base, the 3 steps, podium, and then the portal right behind it.
Yeah, no, I was more thinking about trying to see if I could get on the podium to see if I can figure out like this mechanism or something like that, or maybe there's like a reverse switch.
Okay.
You know, the energy sucker. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say maybe I could try and grapple over to the podium and see if there's a way to reverse this mist.
I mean, that's probably like the best option we have here.
Unless there's another option. Unless somebody else has another idea.
How far can we see into the room, Jacob, from the entrance?
How what?
How far can we see into the room from the entrance?
You can see the entire room.
See the entire room. Is there anything that would, I don't know, stand out that would help or look useful in any way?
No.
Shit. All right.
Hey, I have a fancy dancy magic wand, that can cast up to spells that are my level. Would I be able to cast a gust of wind into the mist to see if it would dissipate it, or at least to push it out of the way?
Let me check. Because every time the wand has come up, I've
Maybe.
asked what spell specifically was loaded with the wand. If the wand can just kind of willy-nilly cast spells, yes. If it's one where like one has to be declared, then we'll have to see.
Okay.
Just like, if you do that, we have to sprint.
Yeah.
Book it, which I can't book it right now.
No.
Neither can
Yeah,
Eberl.
no.
And I don't think
Yeah.
Kraylith even can either, right?
Probably not.
Well,
think
he
I
doesn't
do
need
it
to go
there.
through, right? Because only one of them can go through.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say this, Connor, you can
Everyone's
ride.
thinking that.
Connor can ride Hoagie. Everyone can ride David. If she wants to
No
summon
drink.
David.
I can't ride David. I haven't unlocked that yet.
You like hop on his back or anything?
Nah. It's
Hear me out.
technically a
Jameer,
feat
I can
that you
grab you.
unlock later.
By the back
Mm.
of your like little vest.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
fucking throw you as hard as I can.
But again,
No.
what are y'all gonna do about the fucking bear?
I'm saying like
So
Hoagie has like 30.
Ugh.
30?
your
35?
wand can do up to first level, and we're gonna rule of cool it. If you have a gust of wind that can work with first level, help.
First level.
First
First
level, then you
level?
can use it.
Oh, first level.
First
huh?
level.
Okay.
Oh, widow
Oh,
baby.
question.
Answer.
Okay, so I have a second level spell where I can summon an elemental.
Yes.
What if I summon an air elemental?
Oh.
Yeah,
What
you answered
if?
the right questions here.
Try and like suck all the mist out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what air elementals can do in Path Builder. I'll look up one of their stat blocks, I guess.
Okay. That sounds like a fun idea.
It just says I can summon any elemental, anything with the elemental trait.
Yeah.
It's my
I like that.
only level 2 spell.
Excuse me.
It works similar to summon animal, so I guess it would just listen to me. Kind of like David.
Okay. That's pretty cool to me.
Hmm?
So Gust of Wind also is a level 1 spell.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Wonderful.
Then maybe I'll help with it then.
Couldn't hurt, in all honesty.
We really do be finding the path. You are right. You are right, John. You are right.
Hey, John.
They don't call it Pathfinder for nothing.
Okay, then yes, I'm gonna go ahead and spend that second level slot
Okay.
to summon an elemental.
And what does it look like when you're summoning this creature?
She kind of just starts speaking Draconic, and raising her hands as if she's summoning David, but instead of David appearing, it's a giant, it's a cloud-like creature with dark hollows reminiscent of eyes and a mouth. It's
Ooh.
basically like a giant storm. Yeah, an animated vortex of wind and smoke is what they describe it as.
Okay.
Yeah, with wind for wings. Ooh.
That's cool. Ooh.
Ooh.
So this thing spins into existence. And it stands there, kind of floating, facing you, waiting for a command.
Oh, okay. Okay, so she summons that and then looks at Leyland. And it's like, alright, so the plan's to spread it out, right?
To try to clear us a path. To
Okay.
find us a path.
Okay, so she'll communicate to the bird to build a path by clearing out some of the smoke.
Okay.
Find a path.
Okay.
So, go ahead and roll a d20 for me. 1 through 10, it'll clear it out for a second before it settles again. 11 through 20,
Okay.
it does just something cool and just cycles it. It just funnels it out of the room completely.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, I got a 13.
13.
Yes!
So this dude,
I got
red tornado style, just starts spinning around the room, and it starts to rise in the air. The circular chamber helping funnel it up and up and up, and then it flies past you guys, down the hallway and around the
Whoa.
corner, and the room is clear of any of this arcane fog. You guys can see the floor clearly,
Woo!
and you see 3 missing tiles, and you see the runes shift. And what you can see, kind of peeking over, trying to get a look at what happened with those tiles, it appears to just be a bottomless pit.
Oh,
Ooh,
God.
Okay.
So my thing
Oh,
is,
boy.
we have
And so
to straight or climb.
I was gonna ask. Yeah. Are all the tiles always have a rune on them, or are they just kind of like randomly shifting onto different tiles, the runes?
So they all have a rune on them, but after a certain period of time, they all switch the
change.
rune.
Okay. Okay.
So I can't wait for us
Could
to
we-
walk in and immediately bring all of the fucking
I would
mist
say the
back.
fog is gone. I could try and like grapple hook up, and we can try and like set up like essentially a rope from one
Like
a
end
pulley
into the
system?
portal. Yeah,
Okay.
and we can just like use that to like try and get across. I don't know how we're gonna get Hoagie over though. Hoagie might just have to sprint for it.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, he does have 35 feet of movement. He's a pretty fast fucking bear. I'll say that.
How much?
Good.
How much weight would a grapple be able to hold? 'Cause, I
Well,
mean-
it could hold me for sure, and I could grapple over. It doesn't say how much I can hold.
Because Kralith is, I mean, he's wearing full armor.
Yeah, no. My,
Yeah.
my plan is,
Guys, are
I'll-
we still bringing the evil Leland? I thought we were dropping him.
What?
I thought only one of them
No,
could go
no,
through
no,
the
my-
portal.
for this.
Yeah, my idea is that I'll set up like I'll try and like I'll leave one end of the rope over here with y'all, right? I'll try and grapple hook over to the podium and tie the other end of the rope to the podium while y'all find something on your side to tie the rope to, so that you can essentially just like hand over hand crawl all the way to the podium and then go through the portal. If I'm
Is
thinking the room
100
is laid out that right, Jacob?
That's right. Are y'all saying that in front of Kralith?
No.
No, not the cradle.
that was
a
Elena
portion for
speaking.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was Elena. Eberl doesn't care. Eberl doesn't care who goes through. She just knows that only one of them can. Honestly, that's something for them to figure out. I just want to get back home. She's like, I don't care which one of them goes through. That's between them.
Yeah.
But Elena's thinking, we're not really bringing this evil guy into our world, are they?
Yeah, no, that's what I think, is that maybe we can do that, and then y'all can essentially hand over hands crawl, or not
Can
crawl. but,
100
like,
feet
scoot.
of the metal cord, can that work in
How
this
far,
room?
yeah. How far is it away from us?
Yeah, how
Jacob?
far?
It's 60 feet deep.
Oh, okay, so we're
Oh,
fine.
okay.
Because the rope is also, I don't know, the rope has no description. I'm gonna say it's enough to reach 60 feet. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's literally says rope, no description. What?
Yeah. Let me look it up.
Probably 60 feet. Because isn't it
Oh,
also in
boy.
D&D 60 feet?
I think it'd be.
I
It
think
is in
it's 60 feet
yeah.
in D&D, yeah.
Which we
Look
can
at
always
all of
just
us
rule it 60
D&D
feet.
players.
It's 50 feet. It's 50 feet of rope.
Mm.
So it can't even reach all the way. How is that 50 feet to the podium, or?
That's 60 feet to the other wall.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Pythagorean
sweet.
theorem
So
that we're
we're
trying
fine.
to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
no,
we
so
should be fine.
I can make it then. Yeah. So my plan is to essentially leave one end of the rope with y'all, right? I'll grapple hook over to the podium. I'll tie my end of the rope to the podium, while y'all find the other end of the rope that I left with y'all to tie that to.
Mm-hmm.
And then y'all just like upside down, hand over hand crawl to the podium, because the podium is a safe place to stand, right, Jacob?
It's not
Yeah, like
covered
the
in
whole
runes.
the dais. Okay.
Yeah, the steps
Y-
leading
y'all
up
wanna
to
do
it
that?
are, but not the actual platform.
Yeah, but okay. And people can hang on the rope if they need to. So,
Yeah, how big is the platform, though?
oh, that's a good question. How big is the
You guys would
platform?
all be able to fit onto it.
Oh,
So all of us at the same time?
Hmm?
Or,
It'd
oh
be tight
wow,
with the
okay,
bear,
okay.
but yeah, you theoretically
Right.
could.
but yeah.
Can you ride the bear? Can
I can-
Jameer
I-
ride the bear?
I mean, I think it's in. I can actually. Let me sure.
I mean, yeah, but how is Jameer gonna get the bear over still?
like I said,
He's
it's
gonna have to run across
Oh,
and activate
yeah.
as many
Yeah.
runes as possible.
35
or as
feet.
little runes
Ugh.
as possible.
Yes, 35 feet.
I
of
really
movement.
think the bear should just go last.
That's fine. We're getting my bear home though. That is my
Oh,
mission.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Operation Saving Private Hoagie.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if I
Okay.
could.
So do we want to go with that plan that I just came up with?
Yeah, let's. I feel like this is.
I'll say, unless y'all have something else.
No, dog. I am the trap finder. I am the one that gets across. All right.
Alrighty, Jakin, we're gonna enact Plan A.
All right, and how do you guys discuss this?
Well, Tompus would be the first.
Yeah, I'll say. All right, so I think what we can do is I'll leave one end of the rope I have here with y'all, and I will grapple hook over to that podium area, and I'll tie my end of the rope over there, while y'all tie your end up over here to to something on your side.
Okay.
So we're gonna like tightrope walk it.
No, you guys will hanging upside down, arm overall crawl.
Oh, you're gonna like stake it to the ceiling.
No.
Stake it to the podium.
Yeah, stake it to the podium because the podium is raised up over the floor.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess while he says that, I'm gonna go look for something sturdy to wrap the R end of the thing around. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there something?
Is there
sturdy?
anything sturdy?
There's not.
I was about to say.
I
was about to say he
thought about
He
that.
said that at the
Man-made room.
beginning that it was
Yeah,
nothing.
that's right.
Someone
How
has to
close-
hold this.
Say, how close are the pillars to where we are?
Pillars?
Didn't you say there were pillars in the room?
No.
Or am I just making that up? No, I'm making that up.
I think you're making that up.
Guys,
All right, so scratch my plan.
Plan B, we sprint.
In my head, when y'all were describing that, I thought y'all were talking about tying it to Hoagie and he was the anchor. And I was like, this is a weird plan, but okay.
Wait. Wait, never mind.
Oh, okay. This got a little. I'll say we
little more
can't.
challenging.
we can't necessarily
I have a
sprint
new
because
idea.
those
I have
two are
another
slow.
idea.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to summon a construct with my last level 1 spell.
What's your plan?
I'm going to
with
do the
construct?
same thing.
Be
Just
an
gonna
anchor.
raise out the hands. Speak in Draconic. It's gonna look, the little neon lights, and it's gonna be another rock man. And I'm gonna explain to the rock man that he's gonna need to firmly grasp this rope.
Grasp it.
And
So that we can all get over to the other side. I'm gonna make that
he's
very
grasping
clear.
it from the hallway, right?
Yes, from a distance, not on the rooms.
Okay. I had to clarify.
Wow,
What's the strength of
Tompus
these
launches over
constructs?
there. He's a.
Probably not strong enough to take us all at once.
Yeah.
It's like one at a time, essentially. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I thought we were gonna.
Yeah, that's what I figured
travel
one at a time. But still, there's some heavy people.
How heavy?
Damn.
Well, Kralos
How
is
heavy?
wearing like plate armor.
Kralith is wearing heavy armor,
Yeah. And then there's a bear.
which
Well,
if Kralith is a magus, I know what level he is at least for that.
Don't metagame. Don't metagame, dog. Push you.
Yeah, but there's 5 of us.
I mean, technically, aren't you kind of heavy, Cole? And why not with all that
I mean,
you have on?
kinda, yeah.
Yeah. But you have a grappling hook. You just. Oh my god.
Yeah, the grappling, I'm fine. The
Yeah,
contract.
no, wait, yeah, don't both of y'all have a grappling hook? Can't y'all just and zip on over?
Yeah, but who would hold the grappling hook? We could get
Oh.
out, yeah, but
Wait,
like,
no,
how would you guys get out?
No one's worrying about the grappling hook. I'm giving y'all rope.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's giving us a rope.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna tie on the other end of the knot, the other rope. The grappling hook is only being used to get me over.
Yeah, but she also has a grappling hook, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, yeah.
So technically, both of y'all can go over.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
God,
Oh,
there's
I
an
think
easy
it's just-
answer, and Jakin's watching us not take the easy answer.
I feel like at this point Kralith is also getting like impatient.
Well, wouldn't Kraelith tell us what he thinks then?
No,
Yeah,
Kraylith
look,
is
man,
patient right now. He's just
Kraylith-
watching. He's studying.
Okay,
Yes.
so it turns out that I can only summon animated armor.
Oh.
Could we wrap it around the animated armor? I think that's the construct that I make,
I don't know if we would. That'd be a good anchor.
according to the bestiary.
Here,
It
let
has an
me-
AC of 17 and a strength of +3.
Oh.
That's
okay.
pretty strong.
That's
For-
stronger than me.
That's stronger than me.
Let me look at it. 'Cause
Stronger than me.
there's two ways I'm thinking about this.
Slightly stronger than me, slightly.
So he's a beastie boy. He's a bulky
Yeah.
guy.
A beastie boy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is this the finale or is that next week?
This is the finale.
This is now.
Today.
Right now.
Oh,
Today.
God.
Hey, cheers.
Elena, you did the bottle. I already drank all mine,
I got a little bit left.
I'm almost done with this.
and I'm not going downstairs to get more tequila.
All right, it's up to you guys. What do y'all do?
I already summoned the construct. He's already there.
But before we do anything, I'm gonna turn to Krayleth and say, do you have any ideas, any inspirations to
So
help
you know
us
what those
get across?
runes say?
He gets up and moves closer to the fronts of the room, and he starts speaking into a language, the same one that you guys have heard before but don't understand. And the runes light up. And the runes light up and start whispering back. Run.
Oh, what?
What the fuck?
And they start to all expand. And all of them start to just spin around on the floor. So now, for every row that's closer to the pillar, it's going in one direction. So, if your pillar is in the center, right? The first row of tiles closest to it is going clockwise. The next row counter. The row after that clockwise. The entire floor is spinning now.
Almost like a combination.
So
And
what did you tell it exactly? What?
That could be a word.
I'm not sure what the pattern is, but some of these are safe to step on, and others will send you into a descent to hell.
Oh.
Hmm.
Is there anything that could be telling for this or no?
Telling for what?
Like which ones would be safe? Like is there any markings on the walls or anything of that manner?
There is not. The best shot you had was seeing which one fell before the fog.
Mm.
And then the other ones fell
which we
during the
definitely
fog,
didn't
so
do.
unsure
All right,
which room.
I'm grapple gunning over. When we
Okay.
get to the podium, we can see if there's something on the podium.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave one into my rope here with y'all, though.
I'm
That way, in
take
case we
hold
want
of
to
it.
do that, we do. So
I'm
hold
gonna
on
give it
that.
to my animated armor.
Okay.
Again, he's already been told the plan.
Roll a
Yeah.
d20.
He's
to
mind.
remember
He's a
that.
mindless construct, so
And
he's
then-
just gonna.
And then I'm just gonna like loosely coil that on my hip, so as I move over, it like just freely flows.
Elena,
and I
roll a
don't get,
d20.
Yanked. Oh, fuck.
Natural 20.
Okay.
We eating good. We eating good.
So the armor is not going to do the funny thing. Had you failed that either with a lower
would've
DC
just
or a
collapsed.
critical fail, whatever piece of armor was holding onto it, because it's animated, it just would have flown off with the rope.
So
that admittedly would've
funny.
been really funny.
that would have been so funny.
That would have been funny.
So he
Okay,
grabs
um,
onto it and...
No, he just- Firmly grasp it.
Okay, Jagan, and my plan is to essentially, since it's like a grapple gun, and like it's not just gonna shoot me because it takes a little bit to reload. I'm gonna shoot it into the ceiling
Okay.
and kind of swing over to the podium.
Okay. Go
Okay,
ahead
can I
and
take
make
a
an
swing with-
acrobatics check for me.
Yes. Ooh, fuck. All right.
This is going to be...
Oh,
so
acrobatics.
when you've positioned it where you want it to be, this is going to be getting it to swing back and forth and then releasing to get onto the podium.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Your DC is going to be 18.
Oh, I gotta roll a 19 or a 20.
Do you have any hero points?
I do, but a
Because,
hero point is a reroll, right?
No,
Yes.
actually, I think it's increasing the thingy, right? The success by 1 level.
Let me
That's
look
a
at
great
my
question.
board.
I don't know.
Hero points.
Oh
There they
wait,
are.
no. It does
Hero.
reroll a check.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Well, if I ever needed a good roll, this is it.
It's only when the dying condition it increases that.
All right, I'm using the reroll.
Okay.
What'd you get?
A 2. Ah, damn it! I got a 14.
Oh,
It's a lot better than a 2.
Yes, not a critical failure.
And what's your
a
strength
failure.
modifier?
I got a +2 to my strength mod, a total of 14.
Okay. So it sticks into the wall. You kind of grab up a little bit extra. That way you have some swinging room. Get back as much as you can. And you swing forward. You start swinging back and you kick. But you kick in a way that it starts to kind of like spin you a little bit. So now you're kind of like spinning a little bit in a circle, going back and forth. And it's slowly coming to a stop. And now you're hanging above this floor.
And my grapple gun is just like pretty much draping along the bottom, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. At this point,
I mean,
Thomas will
you
leave
can
this
kick your legs
grapple gun.
In and out.
Can I like try and? How far away from the podium am I?
At this point, you're 15 feet.
Can I try and like swing set my way, like, kick my legs back and forth?
You can. That'll be at disadvantage since this is technically what you failed.
Is this another acrobatics check?
This would be.
Mm.
So you're
oh wait. So what is the situation right now? How is he?
I failed my acrobatics check, and so I missed my landing point essentially when I was swinging over, and so now I slowly came to a stop, and so now I'm just stuck hanging in the middle.
Wait. So like my animated armor's holding rope,
Right.
Yes.
and that's up, and then you're hanging
Yes, kind of. Yeah.
from the rope.
No, from my grapple gun.
Oh, so your grapple
shot
gun
my
is
grapple gun-
secured to
I
the
sh-
ceiling.
Yes, I shot my grapple gun in the ceiling to pendulum
Gotcha.
over.
Gotcha.
now
And you just have rope with you.
Yeah, I just have the
Connected.
rope with me.
question.
Okay.
If someone uses guts on him, because I think it's a cantrip, right?
Oh,
Can
yeah.
that like help him propel him forward a little bit?
I'll say yes.
Would that
Real
work?
cool.
Who has guts?
Cool.
If Phelan does it,
Yeah, I'd have to use Gust of Wind.
do you have
To
that already
push him
prepared, or
forward.
you'd have to use the wand?
I'd have to use the wand.
The one charge.
The single charge wand.
Whew.
I think I might be able to get out of it.
Do you have anything to help with that, Cole?
I mean,
So here's the thing. If I
No.
use it in the way to push him, he would be taking a fortitude save based off of how the spell is described.
Yes.
yeah.
On his failure for the fortitude save would be
Knocked
he's
prone.
knocked prone and he was sent flying, suffering the effects of critical failure instead.
Yes.
Or if it was flying, sorry, which I don't know if he'd be considered flying at this point.
If he fails the check, he will get knocked prone in the air and kind of be flying sideways.
Okay. And
How far
critical
do I
failure,
get pushed?
critical failure, he is pushed 30 feet in the wind's
Oh.
direction.
So it'll be
knocked
30
prone,
feet
and
of
then
force
also
going
takes,
into the pillar.
Yeah, he takes
Ugh.
You'd be at the pillar.
2d6 bludgeoning damage.
You'd be at the pillar. That's the only upside.
You would be at the pillar.
Okay. I could also. How fast did the tile fall? Do we
You don't
know?
It's instant when it's the wrong rune.
It's instant. So like, so it's not like the Mario falling tiles. We have a little bit of spade time.
No, it's like some of them are like concrete, you're good to keep going, and then others are like paper.
Eberl is gonna take her spear and just kind of like toss it across
To what?
Huh?
Wait,
to
wait,
the
wait,
floor
wait.
to see if it
No, no, no.
falls.
Pick up
Okay.
a rock.
Okay.
Pick up a rock. Maybe not a spear.
I have like 3 other different weapons.
All right.
Yeah, but
So you
a
take
rock is
this
smaller.
spear and you chuck it onto the spinning floor, and it kind of like twirls for a second, and you see a chunk fall a little bit, and kind of much like what's it called, Skyblock.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's just like
Spoof.
random like
Ball guys.
floating blocks now, and then what was
Oh.
just a giant part where the spear fell through, because of the way that they're going opposite directions, it is now scattered. So there are some empty gaps now.
Could I tell what rune that was? Like, could I recognize a pattern in that time? Looking at her stats. Ooh.
You recognize that there are 6 runes, 4 of them which are bad runes. You are able to identify what the 2 good runes are and tell everyone what they are.
Yeah. Well, then I did
But
that.
they're spinning now.
They are spinning.
fast-
All right, guys. This is the thing. There's 2 good ones that we can land down. All the rest, it'll just go bye-byes. So unless you want to throw your weapons out there.
How fast are they spinning?
What's the best way to describe this? You had the Lego set,
6 seconds?
so you'll kind of understand this. Kingdom of the
Lego
Crystal Skull.
Yes.
When the temple is starting to collapse and it starts to spin because the flying saucer is in it,
I think so.
like the room starts
That
spinning
fucking-
and all the chairs start merging the alien skeletons.
Are you talking
into
about the
one.
movie?
Yeah.
That fucking fast.
Damn, that's quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really
Wow. Wow,
Yeah.
okay. Why are they moving so fast?
Yeah, so they're kind of going
Because
like.
Kraylith-
Does Kraylith look like his mind is
15
reeling now that
feet.
Ebril's kind of revealed what runes are safe and not?
Does he feel stupid?
You are
Yes.
unsure with the helmet on.
Okay. I also forgot to say, this guy's only going to be here for another minute or so.
Ah, shit.
Oh.
Alright.
The animated armor holding
just
the rope.
struggling.
Yeah. It's okay. I think I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna use the other end of my rope, and I'm going to fasten a lasso and try and lasso the podium.
Ooh.
Jenkins' face.
There's a solution to you hanging I've been waiting on, and you just took it and then shat on it.
Oh no! What was the solution? I'm trying to think of what else I
Alright,
can do.
so let's see. How easy is this? Okay, this is gonna be pretty easy. So I'm not gonna make you roll to make the lasso. You're a pretty skilled
Yeah.
man. You've had years of adventure.
He's a crafter.
You've been in weird situations. You've been hanging off of airships. You know how to
I've
do
been in weirder
things.
situations than this.
You've been in weird. Not gonna. Anyways,
Ooh.
weird rope situations. So you get it tied up. You get it lassoed up. Go ahead and make an attack roll on the podium. This is going to be to latch it on.
Just a straight. What do I add?
Go ahead and add your dex modifier to it.
Okay.
This man.
No! My bad roll. I got a 3.
Oh no. Do you have a hero point? Another
That-
one?
No, I used it. I used
Oh
it
my
to
God.
not die when I was
So-
swinging over.
So you, with the critical fail,
Yeah.
Oh,
you
critical.
like hanging on, throw it, and it just leaves your hand entirely.
Oh god.
So it makes it on to the podium, but the rope is just hanging like off on the side now.
It's sagging.
Can't the construct pull it, or is that a different rope?
No, it's the same rope.
Yeah, the construct could
I'm
pull
saying-
it, but then how would
and I
we get it
doubt
to him?
I'm saying I doubt the rope is the rope around the podium.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's around. It's just left your hand now.
Oh.
Oh, so we could
Yeah,
get
have
over
the-
there, but you can't.
Have the construct pull it, and then I can use try and use my feet to grab onto it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. He'll upon seeing that, I'll quickly tell him in Draconic to hold tighter. And
Yeah,
then
like
pull
to
it
be
taut.
He begins to pull it taut.
Yeah,
Lean back.
taut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lean back a little bit, like he's fishing.
He just kind of like steps back.
And Tompus, you're able to kind of like one hand, lower yourself
Yeah,
onto the rope
slowly.
and use it to start walking across.
Yeah, I slowly get over to the podium. I'll get onto solid ground.
Eberl's telling him to hurry up though. In Gnomish, she's gonna be like, hurry,
Yeah.
hurry, hurry.
Go!
And then I'm going to inspect the podium. Do I see any like switches or arcane markings on there that I would understand, or magic?
Eberl's gonna start moving over the rope to get to the podium. Because again, he only lasts for a minute, so we're gonna all need to quickly just start going.
I need you to make a strength check at disadvantage.
Me?
What, disadvantage?
Yes.
Eberl?
Yes.
Oh god.
So
Oh,
You
that's
have
right.
rerolls.
That's
You have
right.
rerolls.
No, but she has the thing. The fucking-
Oh yeah, she's cursed.
Oh,
She already has a -1.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Would she have
Tompus,
done that
you
then, knowing she was already rough? Sorry. Anyway, go ahead, Jacob.
I'll leave that up to Elena to decide.
Yeah, would she still have tried to go across even with the?
No, she probably would have just done her grapple gun. Because she has one too. So
Yeah.
she would have just grappled the podium
Okay.
and told people to start going. Like, go, go, go. Like, grapple the podium, shoot over.
All right. So you would just make an acrobatics check, and that's not at disadvantage or anything, since that's not a strength.
Okay. And
So
yeah, that's
Tompus,
way better.
you begin searching
Yeah.
this pillar, looking around, and you finally get to a brick. And as your hands kind of gloss over the rune, it lights up, and then immediately the portal behind you. You have activated the portal. Kraylith
Okay.
stands.
That's cool.
not moving?
But the runes are still going on, right?
Runes are still going on.
And that's the
Okay.
only thing I found.
Yes.
Okay. I'll
Is
say,
anyone moving over the rope now?
I say,
After Eberl told him?
Leland,
Start going.
go first.
Leland also has the strength thingy.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
how?
Also
Oh.
the strength problem.
But what'd you roll, Elena?
I rolled an 18.
18. Okay, so you pass.
Oh,
Nice.
thank God.
So you
Oh,
and you're able to kind of get up on the rope a little bit, swing 1, 2, 3, and you are able to touch ground. And Tompus is able to kind of assist you and kind of pull you
Yeah,
by
like
the
I
shoulder.
grab you and pull you on. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how the fuck to get Hoagie over.
Yeah, I say, well, the portal's activated.
Oh,
But
nice.
I didn't find anything to turn the runes off. Maybe Everall, unless you want to take a look at it. I didn't find anything.
Keep
can I
looking.
look and see
Yeah, you can look.
now that I'm over there? Is Leyland coming over?
No.
Is anyone moving
Uh,
on the rope?
eventually, I'm gonna
'Cause
try,
he-
but hold
So
on.
with a crit success,
Okay.
you start to examine this and immediately get frustrated by looking at this pillar. And you go to look around the room, and you're looking up immediately above, and there appears to be almost like an arcane control panel right there above the pillar.
Hmm.
Oh,
Ah.
on the
She
ceiling.
points that out immediately in Gnomish. Just like, look up.
Oh, look! I was
I think that's it.
Oh my gosh!
What are you saying?
How high above it is it from us?
It's about 15
She's
feet.
reloading her grapple gun.
Yeah.
She's like just kind of winding up while
yeah,
she's looking up.
Thomas will wind up his as well.
Yeah. She knows
Well,
there's not
sure
much
enough.
time for the rope and
Sure.
that they need to move across.
Yeah.
So the rope is here with us, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
One
you
of
guys still
has
have the
chance
rope.
to probably go
Okay.
through.
Okay, hang on. Question though. How tight is the rope tied against the podium?
I told
It's
the
pretty tight.
animated armor
Pretty-
to make it pretty
it's
taut.
tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because
So not-
my thing is like I wrap the rope around Hoagie, and he pulls it as fast as he can, right? And if he falls, we have the rope and just
Oh,
Safety
the
net.
animated
yeah,
armor can
safety
pull him
net.
up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, something pulls him up. Leland,
Somebody will. I'm boned right now. That's what's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
I see Kraylith standing, and I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, we had a deal. My friends go first."
And
so I'm a.
He respects that. Time is running out for the armor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
So once my thing is pulled in, can I try and grapple up to the ceiling, essentially, and wind myself up
Yeah.
And try and inspect the control panel.
Yes.
And try and turn it off.
Yeah. So all the gnome stuff, that's happening. I mean, she grapples and she tells them to start going on the rope.
Yeah,
So
this is
I would
happening
assume that they would have
simultaneously
started
while
right
y'all are
there.
doing
Yeah.
All of the gnome stuff of like, oh, look up there, and okay, I'm gonna try to go there. I would assume that that's happening
So-
while they're trying to cross over.
Yes. All right,
Before
so
the animated armor disappears.
I need you to make a crafting check.
Me?
Yes.
Ah!
Okay,
Scary.
I guess while they're doing that, can I take out my rope? Wrap
So
it
I got
around
a
and
15. I rolled a 5. I
Okay.
got a 15.
So you immediately take out what tinkering tools you have, and you start going to work on this, getting the panel open and trying to decipher it. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
yes, Jameer.
All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out my rope, wrap one end around an arrow, and then tie the other end around Hoagie. Right.
Okay.
I'm going to yell to Emerald like, "Hey, when this arrow gets over there, right? Tie it around the podium,
All right. Okay.
and then that way make sure it's tight. So when Hoagie tries to cross and everything, it'll just if he falls, he'll just hang.
I will make it as tight as I can.
I'm doing that essentially.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot it to like maybe onto like one of the stairs and whatnot.
Okay. So we'll say you're able to get it in that direction because two of them are over there. It's able to be guided in such a way that either of them can kind of grab the rope as it's going by.
Yeah.
So you grab it, you start tying it around this podium. You're tying it around Hoagie.
Mm-hmm.
What do? The armor is about to disappear.
All right, I'm about to do what they did, like go across the rope and whatnot, and I'm gonna tell Hoagie to sprint as fast as he can.
Uh-oh.
All right.
To sprint.
Go ahead and make a strength check for me.
Strength. Alrighty, what's my strength?
Oh,
Just regular strength or
Yep.
athletics? Which doesn't matter. They're both the same modifier. A 19.
19. You immediately
good.
get onto this rope and just... And you are like
Okay.
speeding across.
Mhm.
And Hoagie begins the run, the Olympic run.
Yeah, he literally just stances up, you know what I mean? And just books it.
So Hoagie gets on his hind legs and like begins to charge down the hall. And
Come on,
with the
Hoagie!
first step, immediately goes under. And you see him come out of one of the other tiles as it's spinning and goes under again. And Hoagie is
Like a
essentially
fucking
being
whale.
used as a wrecking ball, destroying all of these loose tiles before the rope eventually wraps around the portal. And he swings around the bars of the portal and gets swung into the portal.
Oh my!
Hoagie's through. Hoagie's out.
Alright, Hoagie's a
survived.
non-concern now.
Hoagie does take
Non-concern.
some damage from hitting all of these floating tiles.
I'm about to piss myself.
What if Hoagie fucking died from doing this? though?
No, there's
Mega
no
Murph,
way.
thank
I
you
just
for the
healed him
raid.
16.
Oh,
You
yeah,
guys are
Mega
doing
Murph.
well.
Oh boy, I'm about to piss myself.
Hoagie
No
takes
way.
9 points of bludgeoning damage as he's.
Not
My son!
Oh my god.
That was so fucking dumb.
I'm assuming we can now definitely see the runes that are good. that are good.
Oh my
That's
god.
Okay, Cole does not show up.
Aw, come on.
There was no other solution to get him across.
That was a good one. That was a good one, though.
yeah.
I
that-
have
so-
a really, really dumb plan.
Oh god.
Hey, you're good for him.
And it might be dumb, but it might not be dumb. Who knows? We're gonna find out.
Hold on. Let's,
Um,
I was gonna say, we can always check and see what happens with my tinkering.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, this is just the start. It's only
Well, it's
the start.
happening simultaneously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yes.
Because
yes.
I'm gonna need to get across without really with Kraylith. He's gonna be, I'm sure, aggravated that I'm even trying to get across.
Yeah, understandably.
I want to use my wand
Oh yeah.
Okay.
as discreetly as possible without Kraylith noticing. Hopefully, his eyes, I'm sure, like
Oh.
locked onto the portal, right?
Or maybe on the
No, locked
fan.
onto Hoagie. Locked onto Hoagie, flipping around in the room.
Okay.
So I would like to cast message directly to Tompus.
Ooh.
Keep in mind, I'm hanging essentially like upside down, trying to
Trying to work on
Leland.
something.
Yeah.
You manage to, as this is happening and the bear is being swung around the room, you very discreetly, from your belt, get the wand up your sleeve, and you're holding it ever so slightly just right here. Just hidden.
Can I respond to you?
No, it's only one way. So you're only going to be able to hear me.
Perfect.
So I just, as how the spell reads is I word the mouths,
Word the
Word the
mouth.
I mouth the words
Solid.
and nothing like verbally comes out, but Tompus
But I
can
hear it in
hear
my
what I'm
ear.
saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just want to be like, Tompus, I have a plan. I need you to trust me, and I need your help. I need you to be the last one, other than me, to go through the portal.
I can't even respond to you, so I can't even ask what the fuck is your plan.
He just looks over like,
We have to stop Kraylith. I have a couple other things that might be able to slow him down just enough. But I need your help.
not the gnomes.
The nose.
I can't even ask what you want me to do because the crazy.
He's just like,
It's just it's all in
What?
trust at this point.
All right, Tompus will kind of nod his head,
mentally
but he's
noted.
gonna continue working on what he's doing.
Okay. And you immediately, after a few minutes, begin to decipher this panel. You recognize several of these elements because they're very similar to the work that you've seen in earlier airships. You understand that if
Primitive.
you take a few minutes to kind of bend a few things around and rearrange some of the components, you can probably get everything to stop spinning.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'll take those few minutes.
So go ahead and roll a d20 with advantage for me.
A D20 with advantage.
Yes, and your DC is still 18.
So it's a few minutes.
Oh,
That
I got
means
a
the armor would
12.
disappear.
A 12 with advantage?
yeah.
Okay.
I got an 11 and a 12.
So it's not going to be a fast thing to
No.
get done, but you are going to get
Yeah.
it done.
Okay. Solid.
The armor will disappear before you're done with that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
The armor has, and the rope that was in its hand just falls to the ground
Falls
and eventually
limply
just
to the ground.
gets caught up in
But
the swirl.
our grappling
Yeah.
hooks are all wound up,
It's
so
like-
we're
yeah,
good.
mine is currently being used to hoist me. As a-
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, so what do you do, Leland?
Yeah. What's this mysterious plan?
Hey, push him.
how are you gonna get across? Or I guess you could just wait until Tompus is done.
So as of right now, I'm kind of just sitting with Kraylith, and I'm like, the gears are turning while Tompus is working, and as this construct disappeared, and I'm gonna probably be struggling because of the darkness that took over me.
That's me.
A little bit,
Perfect.
but I have the warp step spell, which I'll get a little bit of speed back. And then I also have these fancy dancy arrows that
Excuse me.
that Distal decided to give me.
Mmm.
Focus spells that I can use.
He has an arsenal.
What's he doing right now?
I have
though?
some other things. Right now, I suppose he's just waiting for his opening.
Okay. After
He's waiting for Kralis to take a step, to just make a move.
after a
gosh.
minute, Tompus gets something to click. And the floor stops. There's a lot of big gaps, but they are manageable.
I'll lower myself back down to the ground,
You are back
Yeah.
down.
and I kind of
Respool it. Yep.
reel it back in. Yeah. Like, all right, y'all probably good to go through.
Yeah. Okay.
Does it stop? So it looks like fine.
Well, the portal.
Stopped?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, the runes are still moving super fast though.
No. The runes
the
are stopped,
runes are
but
done
the
moving,
portal.
yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yes, the runes are stopped. The portal is open.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Y'all have the option to just go through.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then Eberl, as soon as Tompus starts moving, Eberl will start moving. Once he gets back down.
Yeah. Tompus just gets back down essentially,
And Jameer's just gonna wait.
and then he's waiting. Yeah.
No kid left behind.
What's Kralis' move here? Because my actions are gonna be dictated by his.
Okay, so what's happening? Kralis is waiting.
Just sitting there.
Everyone's waiting on everyone else.
Basically.
Eberl will not move until Thomas moves. I'm saying that now. She's not going to do anything
Everyone's
else.
at a
until Thomas moves.
standstill.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Like, what are y'all doing?
Thought we were moving to the portal.
I mean, well, we're waiting on those two over there.
Yeah.
Kralis begins to look around, and he's taken notice of what's happening. And he looks and turns over to Leland. What is this?
What do you mean?
We're not doing it like in a suspicious way. We're just waiting.
What are you talking about? I'm sure they're just waiting for you to go.
So you've chosen to stay.
As I said, my friends go first. They're already over there, and I'm gonna have to bite the bullet, so to speak.
Let's see. Go ahead and make a deception check.
Oh, he's sensing motive.
He is going to sense some motive.
I mean, Eberl's only motive is literally waiting for the other to start moving. That's all she's doing. she's
That
not.
is
no-
She's not
no
in on the
mind.
plan.
No.
I don't know if Jameer's in on the plan, but
Jameer is just here to see what happens.
We're just
What-
hanging
What'd you
out.
get, Leland?
Like Hoagie said,
17 plus 6, so that's 23 total.
Okay.
Okay.
23. That's Michael Jordan's number.
He looks at you,
The goat.
and he puts a hand on your shoulder.
The goat.
That's why he's the MVP.
We will meet again. And we will be okay. And we will be back home. He lets go, and he starts to move forward to begin stepping on the runes.
As soon as he moves. Like, takes a first step on that first rune. So he's over, I'm assuming over this pit, right?
Right.
I would like to do a few things all at once.
We'll see what they are.
I would like to use my innate spell of Warp Step to add speed to myself.
Okay. Easy enough.
Easy enough. And then my focus spell of Shooting Star.
What's
Which-
shooting star?
what
do?
is that?
It makes any shot from a ranged weapon true.
Oh.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh.
So as Kralith is taking this step forward,
A hero point has been awarded. Who's it going to?
Oh.
Who gets
Give
the
it
hero
to
Oh!
point?
Give it to Connor. Give it to Connor.
What?
Mega Murph, you get to assign it if you're still here.
Let's see.
No, don't leave.
Don't leave.
Don't
Assign the
leave.
hero
Go in the
point.
chat.
Michael, don't
Still
leave
in
me
the
here.
chat.
Give it to Leland.
He needs it.
What's funny is I'm already at max.
Same.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I could use one.
Never mind. Give
I
it
have
to
zero.
Give it to
Thomas is the
Thomas.
key to
I'm at
leaving,
max, so I'm okay.
apparently.
all right. We'll direct it at Tompus unless Mega Murph has
Alright.
declared otherwise. So Tompus, you get a hero point.
Solid.
So this is making my shot with my hand crossbow true, which has been loaded now with this magical arrow
Okay.
of tripline bolts.
Okay.
And my aim at this point is just to get him right in the ankles as he's crossing over, so he's already at his forward momentum, right? In the attempt that he will just fall.
Okay.
And as soon as it makes contact, this is when Leland's gonna start his move with warp step and just be trying to book it across as fast as possible. In
Not
like
by
a
him.
little bit
Not by
around
him.
him.
Yeah,
just
okay,
around
okay.
him.
Not by him,
Yeah,
not by
yeah.
him.
Go ahead and make your attack roll with advantage.
Attack roll with advantage.
Yes, sir.
Well, doesn't
Oh,
what does shooting star do?
Shooting Star makes it so I can read you the spell. Shooting Star lets loose a projectile that leaves behind a blazing trail of meteor behind it. It ignores the target's concealment, reducing the target's cover by 1 degree. Let's see. If the
adds a
strike
bunch of
hits, the meteor
damage,
trail hangs in the air. It adds a bunch of
Okay.
damage.
Okay.
So
Let's see it. Let's see it.
roll this with advantage.
Yep.
That is a dirty 20.
oh.
It meets.
Oh!
Oh
Meets and beats.
I'll drink to that, dog. I will drink to that.
I would have been using all my hero points.
Yeah.
They would have been used immediately if I did not
Yep.
get it.
You're like, I'll use the first one. I'll use the second one.
So he has been right around his ankles. They pull taut, and he immediately starts to fall forward, and he's going to attempt a reflex save.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He falls forward, gets a hand on one of the other floating ones, and kind of starts swinging, but he's hanging by one hand on one of the floating ones. And he is eagerly working to start pulling himself back up. What do you guys do?
Can I shoot him 3 times?
I'm waiting for the signal.
This is the
Leland
signal.
said-
This is the signal.
Can I shoot him 3 times?
Go through what? The portal?
Just figure it out. I need help.
Jameer, shoot
I
your
don't
3
have
shots.
any
I
Go
don't have
for
any
it.
ranged weapons.
Can I shoot him?
Jameer, shoot your 3 shots with advantage.
I mean, Jameer's working on instinct. He's just gonna shoot.
Yeah.
You said with advantage?
With advantage. Go for it.
Jameer's
my
like,
plan
what?
is
Leyland
one.
just shot this guy? Okay.
Is it on all 3? Jacob,
What?
is it on all 3?
All 3.
Alright.
Oh, I don't have a ranged weapon because I couldn't carry a gun when I made the character.
Hang on, I need a calculator for this. Hang on.
Otherwise, Tompus would have a gun.
Come put out a gun. Come here, come on. So much stuff is going on.
Say, I only got my fists and a glaive. I guess I could throw the glaive.
Waiting on these
I have a
hits.
crossbow.
Sorry, hang on. I'm sorry.
I'll shoot with the crossbow.
First one is a 23.
Hits.
Alright.
Dang, shoot him 3 times. Dang. Oh.
21 to hit. The
Hits.
second one.
Anything over 20. 20 or over.
Ooh.
Whoops.
You know, it'd be great if I could type. I'm a 9 plus 7. Does not hit.
Does not hit.
I
No.
get 2 shots.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage on those 2 shots.
Alrighty.
I could shoot him with my grapple gun and then try and tie the grapple gun around like the podium. So even if he makes it, he has to untie himself from the podium.
Yeah, but then he could probably definitely still get through the portal.
No, because I can maybe
9 total.
9 total.
For both shots, yeah. 9
Okay.
total.
So you take your bow and arrow. You 1, 2, 3. 2 hit. 1 immediately goes through his hand and into that stone, and he cries out. And the other one, clean sweep through his fingers, and the ring and his fingers fall into the abyss.
Oh!
You see, with his fingers gone, the arrow that went through his hand rips through the webbing, and he falls into the pit.
Oh, shit.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
shit.
What?
Oh my god.
Come on, Leland, we gotta go.
I yell.
I'd say Leland's booking it.
Yeah.
Wait, so
as
is he
fast as
still
we can.
there? His fingers are just gone?
No, he's like
No,
gone.
he
All of
fell.
him's
He
gone.
fell.
Oh. Oh
So
my
Leland,
gosh.
as you start marching across, from hopping from one to the other, you finally make it to the base of the pillar. You start running up to your friends, and there's a little bit of a hum that pulls you. It starts grabbing your attention. Kraylith's staff is right there on the
I
ground.
swear to fucking
How
I
hev
swear.
is it?
It's not heavy.
It's a curse of
Can I-
Strahd
can I-
moment
staff.
here.
Can I be like,
His
can I
curse.
think,
Matthias
like,
staff.
The Goliath.
because I have Mage Hand prepared. Do you think I can one-hand it?
No, not with Mage Hand.
Oh, fuck.
And that was an
Maybe-
automatic no.
Thomas is
Maybe
like,
it's
No
over
way.
10
what are
pounds.
we doing? We need to leave.
You're gonna need to risk
Hoagie's
it.
hair, Hoagie's head pops through the portal, like, and you just see like this beaten bear, like.
1 minute, buddy. We're almost there. Leland, we have to go.
How
It
close
is
is it?
time to leave.
It's like
It's
over
It's right
5
next to your
other
foot.
stones. Oh, I'm fucking grabbing that shit
Okay.
as I'm running.
All right. So, do you guys go through the portal?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, then yeah.
As a group. Not single file, as a group.
One by one.
Holding hands.
And you guys find yourselves immediately falling through the air. And there's a splash. Each of you come up through a lake. You guys
Oh.
get a look around. You guys make sure that you're floating, you're swimming, everyone is okay. Hoagie is there on the shore, just kind of like poking around, like, hey, what's going on? You guys recognize this. You are just further, a little bit down the creek from Acune.
Oh.
You guys have successfully made it back to the world of Aderon.
Oh, thank
Oh,
God.
God.
Home.
Oh.
Oh my. Oh.
God.
All right, let's head into town.
Everyone was
go
just
home.
minding her own business, doing her errands, and all of a sudden, skeletons attacked her house, and all of this happened.
So yeah, let's head back to Acune.
So you got
Thanks.
you guys begin the trek back to the city of Acune. What do you guys do when you get there? Let's start with Jameer. You're back in the town. You're there with your bear. It's only been, as you start having conversations with people, you guys have only been gone for about 2 days.
2 days.
That was a fucking busy 2 days.
It was a busy 2 days.
I think he's gonna just check with everybody. He's like, if y'all want to go grab a bite to eat or something, we
So
just
I got food back at my
We could head back to the tavern.
yeah,
The
we
tavern,
can go back to the brewery.
your brewery.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go back there. I am I think we're gonna have heart failure from this.
Everyone opens up her flask and just drinks.
Yeah, so we head back to the ever flowing Goblet Brewery,
Okay.
where we get there and
Oh.
I'll run upstairs and take my armor off and put my weapon away, and then come back down and grab everyone some drinks and get some food.
Gotcha. And your little coworker who's in the back, kind of brewing, he sees you come in, and he's like, "Oh, are you okay? It's been a little bit."
Yeah, I'm fine. It was just a rough couple of days. I'll have to catch you up later. Yeah, kinda.
You want me to get everyone out of the tavern?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
All right.
No point of clearing the place out.
All right, yeah, I know. I feel that.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Gotta get that bag, make that coin.
Thomas is nothing if not a capitalist.
All right, so your staff immediately gets the finest kind of foods prepared. Every drink option that you guys want, it's provided to you guys at the table.
Ugh. We eat some food, we
man.
drink some drink.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
Leland, what you gonna do with that realization that you're one of two people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
what's
why'd
crazy-
you grab that staff?
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. And what's your plan
duh.
with that staff?
Well, I'm gonna do a little bit of research, and somewhere along the lines, I think I have to get home.
Yeah.
And
So you're not
where's
from
home
here?
exactly?
I have just come to another realization. Kraylith's not dead.
What makes you think that?
He would
Because
be
I'm
dead.
still here.
Well, maybe you're just better. Maybe you just
Maybe
you
he
just-
lied.
I forgot about that.
Maybe
I
he
forgot about
lied.
that.
He was
Maybe he should forfeit.
bluffing. He was
He's
trying to
bluffing.
scare you. Told
Don't shake
people
your
they
head,
always
Jacob.
lying
Don't
and
shake
scaring people.
I'm so
Don't
proud.
shake your
I'm so
foot.
proud, though.
But because
You
I
made it.
remembered,
Yeah.
I'm not dumb.
That's
Never trust a
debatable.
tall person.
I had
okay.
okay.
That's what I always
I had a
say.
feeling though that Shaken was gonna be like, "Oh yeah, when you got to the podium, you just dropped dead," and I was like,
I rolled
thought
for
it was
it.
gonna happen. Do I? Okay. Now looking at this staff, right?
I say I can.
This is the staff Kraylith was using.
can
And
identify
do I
magic
notice
on it.
anything like runic on it or anything that has to do with Tamor?
You studying it, and then if you want to, a little bit of identify magic, you discover
Yeah.
a few things about it. This, you get an arcane sense kind of flowing through both of you that this takes the name of malevolence. This
Oh yeah, that's a safe staff.
This is a
Sure.
black staff of necromancy, and it is sinister and powerful. It is a staff of dark ebony wood, adorned with twisted silver runes that pulse with a cold, malevolent energy. It's imbued with necromantic magic, allowing Kraylith to summon and control skeletal warriors to do his bidding. With a wave of the staff, he can unleash bolts of dark energy that deal negative energy damage to his enemies, draining their life force and leaving them weakened. The range of these attacks is up to 60 feet. And it immediately
that's
starts to click with you guys. Maybe that's why Leland and Ebril started to feel a little bit weakened earlier.
He
No,
was
it was
draining.
Kraylith. It was his doing.
Are
Y'all's
you
life force was being drained. Gunkle Phoenix, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, that's what
By
I
the-
know.
By the guy himself? Are you for real?
By me
By Leland. Leland.
Yeah,
Leland is
don't
your
forget
op.
that.
He's
Throw
your op.
hands.
No hand. Beat him up right now. Kick him while he's
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, pull David out.
Pull David out.
She summons David in the bar. She's too intoxicated at this point to to care.
How big
She
is
summons
David?
David and she tells him everything that
I'm assuming
happened
he's like bigger
between
than Hoagie.
the mimics and the variant.
Okay. And David is just
He's a
taking
he's a
all of this
medium-sized
in.
dragon.
David's like,
Oh, okay.
Thank God I missed all that.
David's invested.
David's like writing down this for his fanfic later. Like, oh my god, Kraylith is actually Leland, and they're not. Well, I guess maybe they're in a romance, but it's like definitely forbidden.
Yeah, and then right before
All in
Leland
Draconic.
betrayed Kraylith, he
Yeah, and
kissed
I would
him.
understand
Give him a
all
little
of that.
smooch.
He kissed him right before he fell to his
Gosh.
death.
He's like, "Goodbye, Kraylith." Mwah.
A big soppy wet kiss, and Jameer just didn't care because he shot him.
Don't make him out to be homophobic now, please. Don't do
Cold
that.
blood.
Oh, my God.
Jameer
Don't
was
bring
like,
Jameer into
he's
this.
mine, and he just shot Kraylith.
Oh my god. So
We have
Oh,
a triangle.
yo, we got a
going on,
Twilight
love
situation
triangle.
here.
Oh God.
So, what do you guys do after this day? Where do your characters go? Let's start with Tompus.
Tompus just goes back to work.
Are you for real?
He just goes to he retired from the last campaign. He's just gonna, keep doing what he does. He just does side adventures for fun every now and again.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
He stays out being a good Acune citizen.
Jameer.
So what Jameer is going to do is going to do two things. One, he's going to definitely keep an eye on Leland. 100%. Keep an eye on him, right?
Okay.
No more fucking around anymore. None of that. Secondly, he's going to either send Hoagie home on his own or escort Hoagie on his own with Leland in tow. This one is just strong. Like you're not leaving my sight. I didn't kill the other one, but I could most likely kill you. Most likely. Who knows? Let's say who knows.
Okay. Eberl.
Eberl is going to start independently publishing her and David's
Her
fan
fanfic.
fictions.
Yeah.
As
Very nice.
through their adventure, she's basically gonna turn their adventure into a forbidden romance novel centering on Leyland, Kraylith, and Jameer. And she's just gonna independently source that out. Now, whether it takes off,
It's
that's
another
for you to
story.
decide. That's
We'll
for you to
find out in the
decide.
next
You
campaign.
gonna change the names?
But
You gonna change the names at
that's what she's gonna do. No, she's not. She's
not
not.
even gonna change
And
the
then
names. Oh god.
And then David will do so in Draconic and put that out. Again, independent publishers, written in
Of
two
course.
different languages, distributing them as best as they can.
Yeah, of course.
But continuing
Above
to
board.
rent in her hut,
Wow.
just getting back into daily life.
Until she gets her
We almost
writing
died.
career takes off.
Yeah, until her writing career. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And finally, Leland.
Well, at this point, it seems like I have a traveling partner instead of traveling alone, which would be Jameer. Stop it. And then oh man, the staff is cool, and I'd love to keep it, but
You're not.
I think during the night and party and everything, as I'm saying my goodbyes to Tompus, I'm gonna hand it to him and be like,
You headed to me?
hold. I'm gonna have you hold on to this.
That's true. I'm not a bad
I
guy
might
to
be
hold on to
back for
things.
it one day.
It might not be him.
Tompus
Keep it
takes
hidden.
it,
Keep it
and
hidden.
later that night, after he leaves, he locks it in a vault.
Yeah, I just
I
want
can
it
imagine
locked
Tompus
away.
has like somewhere like in the basement or the cellar hidden away of the.
He just has a
brewery.
vault of
He
magic
has,
items.
he has a vault of magic items. And
Yeah.
he's gonna keep this
I
in
feel
the
like-
in the dangerous do not open box.
I feel like the worst place for the staff to be would be on Leland, because I feel like eventually Kraylith's gonna rear his ugly head again, or myself, and he's gonna be like, "Where's my staff? I'm gonna
Who
kill you."
knows?
You mean our stuff?
Yes. Yeah, I'll keep it.
Okay.
Much like the government hides away nuclear weapons, I hide away magic items.
But but Leland would definitely start trying to invest in traveling the astral plane and trying to find his way back home and why all of this is happening to him.
Okay.
Because of how the rings were explained. I don't know if Kraylith explained that or if it's just the lore. of being scales of Tiamat or Bahamut or one of the Dragon Lords. I just want to know how or why I came into possession of this.
You're the main character.
Okay.
It's all about you.
In a final montage, as the music swells before closing to the credits, we see Eberl and David translating and writing out a manuscript for a Forbidden Love novel.
What's the name?
Oh, yeah, what's the name of the book?
What's the title?
Oh.
Twilight.
What was the realm
Daybreak.
technically called?
That y'all are at?
Yeah. It was the God of War's realm? What was his realm?
Oh, shoot.
Oh, did anyone
J-
take the
Jab-
note?
Jabal? Am I making that up?
Arestos.
Jabral? Jabal?
Arestos.
Oh, that's
Arestos.
completely different. Yeah.
Arestos.
Yeah, it'll be called
Oh, instead of Arestos Fields of Battle, it'd be Arestos Fields of Love.
Ooh,
that's pretty good.
Arestos Fields of Forbidden Love.
Right.
Translated into Draconic as just Arestos Forbidden Love.
So the final page of the manuscript is being written, and they both close the book together to reveal the title of this wonderful book. We then make a cut
Almost died.
to Leland shaking hands in a full Astral Sea naval uniform, shaking hands with Tobias at the Acune airfield, getting ready for some kind of voyage. Watching him from a distance, leaning up against a little stand, eating an apple, is Jameer, watching, squinting over at Leland. And we cut away to a Tompus wheeling a giant crate through this giant halls of crates,
Oh my god.
walking it away, Indiana
Indiana
Jones
Jones
style,
reference.
as the camera pulls away and the credits just start to roll.
I was honestly thinking, and I don't know if anyone would get this reference, more like Warehouse 13. I don't know if anyone ever
think
saw
I've ever
that. Okay, it was about like this special like task force that had to like get special like artifacts from throughout history that had special properties or whatever. It doesn't matter. It was a fun little sci-fi TV show. Yeah, sci-fi channel TV show. But that's what I thought. Yeah, it's Indiana Jones-esque.
But
Yeah, sorry.
that wraps up the campaign of the reboot of Aderon, essentially.
Very nice. Very nice.
Our first Pathfinder campaign is done. We hopefully learned a lot about it and what to do and what not to do with Pathfinder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun.
There's a lot
Bring the bear
to do.
along.
There
There's
is so
a
much.
lot
The
to
bear.
Yeah, pets are rough.
I think
Yeah.
Yeah, keep the bears out of it.
I think my
Main character
biggest
survived
upgrade
for now.
my biggest upgrade this campaign was finally getting a secret checks list. I've
Very nice.
been rolling
Definitely.
so many checks for you guys and just knowing the answer.
We've learned so much.
So much.
We did, really. Yeah.
And
Yes.
we have more to
Yeah.
learn. I hope we get
Next
to do this
time.
again soon. It was a blast, guys. Thank you for being players. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to do this.
Yeah, it was fun.
And,
Of course.
Good time.
and now, before we go, I gotta do a little bit of selling out. Hope you guys don't mind. There's
I'll
merch!
let an ad read.
There's merch!
Oh, okay.
Get your
That'll ad
merch!
read.
Exclamation point! Merch in the chat!
Picture
We have
merch.
soft as hell hoodies. We have soft as
very
hell
soft.
shirts. We also have a Discord server. It's been bonkers the past few days in it.
It has been
Come
bonkers.
see for yourself.
There's
Be
also
aware.
a baseball hat, and it's really nice. I don't have it with me right now.
I want the baseball bat. Baseball bat? We should get a baseball,
Baseball
bat.
bat.
We should
get a baseball
We should
bat.
make a baseball bat. We have a
See, look, even
YouTube.
Marcy says join the Discord.
We have a
Yeah.
YouTube
Listen to
channel.
Marcy.
We just
They were up
uploaded
until
a video.
6 a.m. last night.
We were. We have a
They
YouTube
were
channel.
still on when I caught up.
We uploaded a video yesterday. It's doing pretty well. It's advertising the Patreon, where I'm gonna be for all future one-shots and Pathfinder sessions and D&D sessions. All of my DM notes are going to go up there. So you can see how I do things. You can see what people
what you're saying is
missed, what they could
gonna
have
pay for
done,
it
what were some other
and then
options.
get it.
You could. That's also where I'm going to be uploading playtest documents for the Swordplay Sorcery
$1
ttrpg. So that's going to be a thing.
$1.
Anything else we got to say before we raid out to another channel?
Looks
Please
like
do
Cole's
join
signing up for the
Discord.
Patreon.
Yeah, please join the Discord.
The
It's a lot
Discord
of
is
fun.
fun.
We always need more
It's
people.
a hoot of a
Yeah.
time.
So
Shut up.
Hey, yo. Got the whole squad laughing.
All right.
And
we-
thank you, Jakin. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, thanks,
Oh.
Jacob.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah, you did so
Yeah,
good.
so that was a lot of fun.
Ian
That
and,
was a,
and
that
Cole
was
I don't know
good
how to
time.
handle
Elena.
compliments, so I'm just going to say
I like this a lot.
rah.
Yeah.
Rah.
Hoorah.
All right. We are going to raid out to a group called the Careful Cantrip. They are super awesome. And tonight, one of my favorite Pathfinder streamer, DeadaussieGamer, he's over there. He's going to be running our main campaign for my boss's channel soon on One Shot Questers. So it's pretty cool.
Ooh.
Stay tuned through the credits. That's where we're going. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in a few weeks when I'm a married man.